Today, I want you to join me at 2 p.m. My radio station, WBLS, will be helping me launch my Wendy Williams Experience Hurricane Relief Radiothon. It's going to be 12 hours of the Wendy, and we will be collecting money. So please listen with an open heart and an open wallet. Don't ask me, how you doing? Call us and tell us what you're doing. Today at 2 p.m. For more information, log on to WBLS.com.
It's Wendy, man. The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're here about to witness, the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this queen. Representing from west to east.
Just better get it right.
Y'all know the name.
Wendy Williams.
Been in this game for a while.
I hate to brag, but
Ain't nobody
it is phenomenal.
like the queen.
Right here.
who the world is this? There's so much coming.
From yo block to yo block, I heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
Every barbershop, beauty salon.
Who the world is this? There's so much
Again and again.
Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death. Don't know.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you. The winner of the Game Chief of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
And here we go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Today is a very special day. Welcome to the 12-hour Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Hopefully the people of New Orleans, Mississippi, they can do something with the money that we're going to raise today. And your help is appreciated. The telephone number to get in is 866-GET-WENDY. Leave the Y off for I can't be here for 12 hours with the hearts and violins. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? This will be an informative show. It's going to be engaging in terms of people calling up from victims to government officials. But if you think that because we're doing a radiothon that a toe isn't a toe, you're listening to the wrong show. All right. How you doing? All right, your telephone calls are appreciated starting now and any time throughout the show. It is what it is, people. Welcome to 12 hours of the Wendy Williams Experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media, Wendy Williams.
And away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the radio show. How was the weekend? You watch enough TV? Are we three cheering for Celine Dion? Are we three cheering one time for Kanye West? Or do we feel as though Kanye is the next Splaboo to be locked up as soon as Bush gets a hold of him? I mean, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you speak out against the government, on one hand, like, I'm like, go Kanye. On the other hand, you think, damn, as soon as Bush gets a clear moment, he's going to have some sheriffs from whatever town because he already has a tracking device on his life. You know what I'm saying? This Kanye. Oh, yeah. At this particular point, the president has probably ordered tracking device on every one of his cars, his mama's house, his razor. Kanye, your whole squad. What do they call them? I don't want to call them the dirty backpackers, but you know, John Legend and all them. Common, you too, because you're friends with. You're all going to be watched. Bush is going to catch that splaboo Kanye driving in the car and get the cops to stop him. Not just regular cops, probably the federale and the SWAT team and stuff. Stop him, pull him over, throw 3 birds in the backseat of his car. You see that? 3 birds. That'll take away his freedom. And I guess, and I forgot, you know, what did they do in the Bronx Tale? They firebombed that store with the Molotov cocktail, a bunch of Molotov cocktails. Wherever his pre-recorded music is, burn that place down so there will be no more recordings, you know, out there. Take away his career and his freedom all in one fell swoop. Did you think that far into it, or did you just see Kanye being an American, being able to have freedom of speech?
I think he's going to be understood, man.
I mean, I think he's understood by us. I don't know that he's understood by Bush.
He can't touch Kanye West.
Excuse me. Fall back. Goose.
No.
That's what they used to say about Howard Stern, and he's white in America. And bigger paid than Kanye. Okay? Chased him right there to that there damn satellite radio. Don't think that's by choice. You don't go to satellite radio unless you can't make it in you know, in this here medium right here. It's kind of like cable TV. For as great as cable is, you know, the network money, and I'm not talking about that Dave Chappelle money. I'm talking about, you know, The Daily Show. You don't think dude from The Daily Show would be making more money if he was on ABC, NBC, CBS, UP? Come on now.
Oh, without a doubt.
Come on.
Without a doubt.
I can tell you Wendy Williams is on fire. Would be making a hell of a lot more money. Probably can get more shows turned out too. You know, I mean, cable is fine, satellite radio is fine, but you know, and yes, Stern got the deal of all life, but why? Complexion connection, and that damn Don Buchwald.
Plus, cable needs somebody to save them.
Yeah, well, we're talking about satellite radio, but anyway, Kanye West. Yeah, you know. Do I have time to go to my telephone call? Have I just overtalked my entire situation? I don't have time. Damn. Well, you all, welcome to the first ever Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon.
Can I make the first donation?
Actually, the first few of them have been made. My New York crime boss just came back and asked where to put the money.
Okay, the first studio donation.
Okay, but if it's going to be cash, then that doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay, you need a bank account, a little checking account.
Okay.
And I noticed an accent.
How much you want? Big bucks?
Are you here working legally?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. Well, here's the blueprint for today, everybody. Cash is not acceptable because we here at the Experience aren't taking cash. That it's just no. You know, I'm here driving the car. I can't be looking over here and over there. No, we just can't do that. But all the money today raised is going to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. You'll be making your check or your Visa or your MasterCard, your American Express donations to the American Red Cross. That's the way it's going down. The way it's going down is that. The American Red Cross, okay? It's called the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Now, maybe down in the memo of your check, you can put the Wendy Williams Experience. The most important thing is that you listen today with an open heart and an open wallet. And you can call 866-GET-WENDY. You know, you leave the Y off for say. And if you would like it in more serious terms, the number today is 866-438-9369. If you do it in the letter terms, it's Get Wendy. Leave the Y off for. Y'all don't know? You better ask somebody. All right. So, and all the humor and, you know, the seriousness also that is involved with something like this. Oh my gosh. Speaking of crazy, Busy Bone's coming in today. Busy damn Bone. He has got to be in my top 10 favorite guests of all time in radio history of my life. I gotta tell you, the last time he was here, do you remember he was leaning in the cut and dancing with himself in the corner? Yeah, man. Busy Bone gives good talk. We got a whole bunch of interns working today. All my Girl Fridays and Gay Steve. They're all working today on a bunch of different phone banks. So just be patient as you call, everyone. They're filling out the forms, and we're going to get the business done. And by the way, a $500 credit card donation. Credit card. A $500 credit card donation will get you a Wendy Williams Experience bobblehead doll. We cleaned out the office over the weekend, so I find a whole box of them. There's only 12. So I'll let you know when they run out. But a $500 credit card donation will get you a Wendy Williams experience. You know what? As a matter of fact, you can make a check or credit card. They need money. They need money more than anything else. Can I just share with you our web poll question from Friday? Are you satisfied with your life? Are you satisfied with your life? It doesn't mean over the moon. It doesn't mean depressed. I mean satisfied. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, are you riding a 5? Satisfaction that's mediocre. Are you at least satisfied with your life? Are you ready for the results? Because this was from Friday's. This is Friday's question. Are you satisfied with your life? 75% of people said no.
Wow.
Exactly, world. Wow. 25% of people said yes. Let's take our own poll. There's 4 people in the room. FY, I'm including you. She's our intern. One of the Girl Fridays working here today. All right. Are you satisfied with your life? Raise your hand. 50-50. All right. Trevor, that was me and you. Watch the rest, okay? They're the ones with the guns. Yeah, exactly. Take them out and take us out, too.
I'm here, so I'm good.
We're not in New Orleans. We're not in Mississippi. We are well enough to raise money. Oh, well, I mean, everybody measures satisfaction differently. I mean, that's the thing. And we just asked a blanket statement. Well, how about this? This is the new poll question. It's obvious you're going to be donating to our efforts today, so I'm not even going to make that a poll question. $5 or better. Come on, $5 or better. 866-GET-WENDY. The American Red Cross. Here's the poll question for today. We'll find out tomorrow. Do you have sex more than 4 times a week? More than 4 times a week.
God.
Is that out of line considering we're doing disaster relief tonight? Where's the Hennessy? Where's all that stuff?
Oh, it's in FM2.
No, wait. Oops. I have the Hennessy right here. We have some Smirnoff in the refrigerator. Okay, I think that should be cold enough. Kristen will take some cups in a bottle. And we're here. We're here for 12 hours. Shout out to my affiliate radio stations. I love you for listening today. However, your particular radio stations might be dropping in and out of this radiothon, and we're going to continue on. So you might catch the punchline of a joke, and there's nothing I can do about that, However, New York City, we're riding till 2. And the majority of the thon, I plan on running like the bonus hour. See, the bonus hour of the show. There's no music, and there's no music beds. Except I might throw a song on here and a song on there, just so I can go to the bathroom or something like that. But we are riding out until 2 a.m. We are riding out. We are raising money. We're doing the good work. And you keep the phone calls coming. Everything does not have to be every last phone call. For instance, when we do Advice Hour, do you know during Advice Hour, there's the celebrity lookalike contest going on. It could get you a little bit of notoriety. So be here, and I'm going to tell you more about it. Also, 10 signs that you need a hair makeover during Advice Hour. And, the most fuel-efficient cars. I know gas is a lot. Some people are looking to do away with the Suburbans. They want to zhuzh down. We'll talk. I'm here for 12 hours.
My boyfriend and I have been dating for about 4 months now, and first time we had sex, he could not get it up at all.
Maybe it's drinking. Is he a drug user? Does he take any depressants or anything?
No, nothing.
Maybe it's...
How you doing? The Wendy Williams Experience.
Do his
special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Alrighty, everybody, it's the Wendy Williams Experience for 12 hours. Actually, 11 and a half hours left. It's 27 minutes after 2 o'clock. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, you know, this coming Thursday, you can join Vaughn Harper. He's going to be at NJ PAX, J.C. Morgan Chase for Sounds of the City. It's a free concert series at 1 Center Street in Newark, New Jersey. Thursday, NJ PAX. J.C. Morgan Chase. This is for you, everybody. Downtown Newark. For more information, you can call 888-GO-NJ-PAC. It's 888-GO-NJ-PAC. Some free stuff this coming Thursday with Vaughnie and NJ PAC over in Newark, New Jersey. You want to keep it free? Let's keep in that vein. How about the Shadow Nightclub is free on Thursdays? See? It's free. It's free every single Thursday, not just this Thursday, last Thursday, Thursdays before that, next Thursday, Thursday after this Thursday. Thursday is free at the Shadow Nightclub. Check it out. It's free for everybody, men and women. You got to be 23 and older to party if you're a man, though. A woman, and 25 and older to party with your man, because you all don't mature at the same rate as women. So, 25 and older for you. And, of course, it's elbow to elbow, just like that on Saturday nights with Chuck Chill Out, and Friday nights is always busy over there. They got their brand new free all Fridays with everyone free in September. Isn't that great? So wait a minute. The Shadow's free on Thursday and free on Friday. Jeez Louise. How do they make money? The drinks. I know. $15 apple martini. Something like that. But that's okay. You get in free. You get your swagger on. You get somebody to buy it for you. Okay? The Shadow Nightclub. When you think about partying, you think about the Shadow. Hollywood, have you seen Art anywhere around today?
Saw him earlier.
I mean, I know earlier, but I mean, where is he?
I don't know. I'm here, though.
All right. Well, would you like something to drink?
Of course.
Okay.
But I got to take care of some business first.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
I don't need no more drama.
Okay. All right. Well,
I need to be here for the whole week.
I'll be taking care of business in between sips. Good afternoon. Hello.
I want some.
Oh, Stacy?
I want some.
Are you going to be here for the 12 hours?
I might.
No. You let us
be here for full 12 hours.
After 9 p.m., I'll see that you're a real rider, and then you drink. That's when we'll crack open this $5,000 bottle of...
All right. I'm staying.
XO something or another that came in a special pine box with all the satin. It came like a coffin. You know what I mean?
It's probably going to treat you like that.
Yeah. Lights out. 2 a.m. I'll be getting a car home. Definitely won't be driving myself. Anyway, everybody, look, we're here. This is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon. Shout out to all my brethren here at WBLS, my crime bosses. Special shout out to Paul Sanchez in engineering. Of course, Jim Weiner. Thank you so much for helping make this happen. Vinny, the food will be here in about 2 hours. And, Vinny loves a good meal. It's my main crime boss of all the radio. Anyway, everybody, it is what it is. 866-GET-WENDY. Call and pledge your money. All of the money collected today will be going to the American Red Cross. The American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund is in desperate need of money. As great as it is, I know if you're like me, you did a lot of cleaning out of the closets over the summer. You got tons of stuff, in bags just waiting to go someplace. They don't need the clothes. What they need more than anything, I mean, they need the clothes, but what they need more than anything is money. So you call and pledge your donations. And I got all my people working on the telephones hard. It's 866-GET-WENDY. Leave the Y off. It's 866-GET-WEND, otherwise known as 866-438-9369. You call and you pledge.
63.
93. Oh, is it 63?
63.
Oh. Disaster starting already in the show.
WEND.
WEND. 63. Okay, there we go. All right, you call and pledge and listen with an open heart. And don't forget your funny bone, because we won't. All right, you all, it is what it is. It's the Wendy Williams Experience on 107.5 WVLS.
You're listening to a special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call. Today's R&B and classic soul. 107.5 WBLS.
The greatest show on earth.
Wendy Williams.
Hey, this your boy Trey Songz. Hurricane Katrina done caused a whole bunch of devastation, and look, we gotta help. We gotta do our job as people to help people we need to help. You already know. Hey, look, the number is 1-800-HELP-NOW. You can donate directly to the American Red Cross using this number. Once again, 1-800-HELP-NOW. Or you can call this station for more info on how to just take care of the community. We gotta take care of our own, baby. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us.
Thank you, Trey Songz. And that number here for the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon, which is going on right now to benefit the victims of the hurricane, is 866-GET-WENDY. It's the usual number. It's 866-GET-WENDY. Call. I've got all of my people on the phones. You will be pledging your money directly to the American Red Cross. I got Efwa, Steve, Stephanie, Kristen, Bianca, Isha, and Crystal on the first part of intern duty today. Shout out to everybody who was on Eastern Parkway yesterday. Yeah. The largest Caribbean American celebration in the entire world, it seems, happened yesterday on Eastern Parkway in Brooklyn. The Caribbean Day Parade. Yes?
I was going to say, yesterday when you were on TV, I kept calling it Jovet. It's Juve.
Juve?
Juve. It's French Creole.
Which that was the party before the early morning party. Mm-hmm. AJ Calloway, by the way, formerly of 106 in Park, who we never exactly got to sit down and talk with pertaining to him leaving, his upcoming alleged UPN show, the cutting off of his hair, which really is good with Free and MTV. AJ will be coming in next hour to talk about disaster relief, but you know me. Got to slide in some, 1-2 with some 1-2 zingers. Exactly, of course. This can't all be doom and gloom with disaster going on around us. I'm here to be a 50% oasis away from it, and then the other 50%. Well, we are taking your pledges at 866-GET-WENDY. And this just in: 50 Cent was a bit of a dog on his recent tour in Iceland. The rapper reportedly begged so many local ladies at his suite in the Nordic Hotel that he had to skip his own after party. Blonde babes and all kind of other people reportedly stormed 50's rooms and lined up for his carnal attention. He told his G-Unit posse he was too busy between the sheets to attend the event and insisted that they leave him behind. By the way, part of his backstage amenities are boxes of condoms. Nasty. Overused Richard. Ugh. Puffy's on the phone? Hey, Puffy's on the phone?
Yes, he is.
Hi, Mr. Combs.
Oh, okay. Now we're down to Mr. Combs. What do I call him?
Mr. Combs is on the line.
Like the president. Hi, Puffy.
Hey, what's up, girl?
How are you?
Just chilling, just watching this news, bugging out, man.
Yeah, I was just doing the story on you and Jay-Z in donating $1 million to the American Red Cross.
Yeah.
That's good work.
Yeah, it's just crazy just looking at it. It's definitely a sad time, and we were both on the phone talking.
Yeah.
Felt like if we could do something, we needed to really kind of do something now.
Yeah.
And so that's what we decided to do. And it's crazy, so hopefully the money will help, and we're just praying right now. Our prayers are just that some help gets there right now. Hopefully, the government will stand up and do what they're supposed to do.
Here's the thing, because I noticed you chose the American Red Cross. I happen to be doing a radiothon on Tuesday. We're going to be on the radio for 12 hours.
Yeah.
And we're giving the money to the American Red Cross. As a matter of fact, the money's going directly there. There's no checks that are being mailed to here at the radio station. But we chose the American Red Cross because I've researched it, and we as a show have researched it. And the American Red Cross actually does put money in the hood as well.
Yeah. That was our reason, and also that was the only people we were even seeing out there. If you saw anybody on the news, it was the Red Cross.
Yeah.
and you know, it's like you want to go over there yourselves, and this is just a start for what we're both going to do. For us, you know, we haven't really done any videos together, haven't done a lot together. We thought this was a great statement for us to get together and try to help to get the ball rolling. And these are also people that have supported us, and these are like our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We say that, you know, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And,
exactly.
and it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around. And a lot is given to me and Jay-Z, and much is expected, and we're just trying to do the best we can.
Exactly. So where are you now? You still in Miami?
No, I'm in Atlanta now. I'm in Atlanta. I just left L.A. I'm in Atlanta now. I'll be back there.
It'll be Bad Boy South.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Justin's Restaurant.
Yeah, we have Justin's out here.
Yeah.
So also we're gonna be doing some stuff out here because a lot of the people came here that could get in their cars and evacuate. A lot of people evacuated from New Orleans to Atlanta. So there's gonna be also some efforts done out here.
Good work, my dude. You know, I wanted to come down and go to your party over VMAs, but I couldn't make it. But, you know, thanks for the invites and stuff. And I'm going to keep this telephone call here positive, but I need you to let me know approximately when your CD is going to be coming out, and we're going to be doing this interview that you've been promising.
Me and you are speaking on the air for the first time for a great cause, and you know, we're going to do a interview with each other, something that people could understand how we have, you know, gotten our relationship back on track.
Right.
You know, in the next couple of months, you know. But I definitely, you know, wanted to do this with you now. I think this is even for a better cause, better situation. Yeah. But then also after all of this is taken care of, and hopefully God turns things around in a positive way, means you get busy with our unfinished business.
Exactly, because you promised me a no holds bar, according to you.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have it out. That's what you want. So we're going to do it so we can put it past us, you know?
Yes. And, you know, it's funny how tragedy just brings people together. Like, I like how you and Jay have joined together, and in our own little way, I even like how you've called here, and we're talking about this, and I'm showing restraint on my tongue, and I'm keeping it just where it is, because this is big. I'm glad that
we know that's a lot for you, Wendy, and we appreciate you, you know, keeping it focused on the people, and you know, God will bless you for that. And I'll remember it. And when we get together, you can let it loose. I'm gonna let it loose back, though.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Well, look, if you stay on the phone for any more than 10 more seconds, then I'm about to change the tide. So let's get off the phone.
I gotta go, Ma. Holler at you. God bless everybody, and whatever you could give, man. If it's $10, a dollar, a penny, whatever is better than that. And most importantly, give your prayers up, because God answers all prayers if you believe.
Yeah. All right, Puff.
Peace.
Be easy. Last week, everybody, you know, I'll be honest with you, and I have told you this before. This is a 4-hour radio show. It's syndicated. The 5th hour, though, is the bonus hour, and it runs only here in New York, where I am. And I was talking about the Puffy and Jay-Z donation last week, and that's when Puffy's office called. So I just saved that telephone call to replay for today, because I want you all to understand that the American Red Cross does do the hood. Now, they need your money. This is the Radiothon. 866-GET-WENDY. It's the Wendy Williams Disaster Relief Radiothon.
Lady. She called me at home, and I was listening to your show, and she says that she doesn't know any straight guys that listen to the Wendy Williams show.
No, plenty of straight guys listen to the show.
All right, so yeah.
Ow.
So what should I tell her? Just
tell her
how you doing. The Wendy Williams Experience.
Okay, everybody, because it's the Wendy Williams Experience, and it's Advice Hour. And coming up in this particular break, I'm going to give you information on a celebrity look-alike contest, plus 10 signs you need a hair makeover. In the meantime, I've got a woman from the American Red Cross on the telephone. Rowena?
Hi, this is Rowena speaking.
Hi, everybody. This is Rowena Saunders on the phone, and she's the director of the American Red Cross in Greater New York City. But, you know, Rowena, I'm asking you to speak on behalf of the Red Cross everywhere. We have people listening all across the country, and there are many black people and minority people who are skeptical about donating to the American Red Cross.
Okay, and why?
Well, people feel as though that money does not go to the hood, the disenfranchised.
What I can speak to on behalf of the American Red Cross, in my experience of being here for 9 years, and working on many national disasters that our aid, and it's one of the things that I'm most proud of the American Red Cross, is because our aid is not distributed based upon race, color, or creed, but it is distributed based upon individual needs. And that's why after the emergency needs of individuals are met, there is an opportunity and a time where each individual will speak on a one-on-one basis with a counselor, and the basis of that conversation is to make an assessment about what their needs are.
Okay. Well, Rowena, today we're doing the Wendy Williams Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of the hurricane, and I'm asking everybody to pledge all of their money that they can afford to the American Red Cross, anything that they can afford. And I'm still insisting that money is better than clothing, and that's what I'm seeing on the TV all over the weekend.
It absolutely is, and I know some people sometimes get discouraged because we really make a request for financial contributions, but what it really does is it enables us to give dignity back to people by allowing them to make the decisions and choices about what their most immediate needs are. The other thing, when you look at how the infrastructure of New Orleans has been affected, the reality is it is not a great system for trying to distribute goods and materials. The easiest thing that we can distribute to individuals is financial resources. The other thing that then does help to do is to stimulate the economy in a city that is where it is much needed.
Well, a city that is no more.
Right.
Rowena, just a sidebar conversation. How soon do you think that New Orleans will become a livable place again?
I'm not certain that I can really respond to that because I'm not there. I certainly haven't made an assessment of the situation. I would only be able to give you a secondhand guesstimate based upon what I've heard on the news.
What have you been hearing?
Okay, anywhere from 3 to 6 to as long as 12 months. A lot of it depends upon how long it takes them to get the water out of the city and then to clean up the city.
Oh, God. See, I'm thinking...
and then it is the rebuilding of the city.
See, I was looking at it in terms of years. Years.
In terms of when people might be able to go back, it doesn't mean that if they go back in 6 to 12 months that it's going to be what they left, because it won't be.
Yes. Okay, well, Rowena, I want to thank you so much for calling. The main purpose of this telephone call was for you as an African-American woman. I know and I respect your work with the American Red Cross. You do such great work, you individually and then your organization. And I just wanted you to let minorities understand that this is a safe place to donate your money.
It certainly is, and on behalf of the American Red Cross in the Manhattan area office, which covers all of Manhattan, I would really like to say thank you both to WBLS for hosting this event and to all of your listeners who will contribute and to give.
Yes, all across the country, they're listening and they're giving.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Rowena.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
And our flagship station here for the Wendy Williams Experience, the station where I operate out of, is WBLS New York. However, one of our family stations has been washed away. Q93 in New Orleans was at one point number one for hip hop and R&B. Obviously, this radiothon serves a multitude of purposes. I mean, if you listen to this show every day, then you're a part of the listening family, and that's our family out there. Q93, number one for hip hop and R&B, is no longer. But shout out to everybody listening at KBTT 103.7 The Beat in Shreveport, Louisiana. I know you all have a lot to say. We're still on the air and rocking hard there, And, a special shout out to our radio station in Alexandria, Louisiana, where we're also number one for hip hop and R&B, and that would be KISS 106. Shout out to all of our listening family in Louisiana. We would love to get telephone calls from you all, find out what's going on. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of New Orleans. Power 99 Philadelphia, I do see you. A special shout out to everybody listening in Columbia, South Carolina. We do see you. We see you. Power 104.1 in Hartford, we see you. WOWE, Flint, Michigan, we see you. Thanks for taking the ride. Milwaukee, WMCS, we see all of our affiliate stations, and on the internet we see you too. So all right, let's continue with Advice Hour. Art, where have you been? You've been answering telephone calls?
Phone banks.
People calling up?
Yeah, your donations and stuff. So.
Yeah. Are you getting dates?
Trying.
That's why I pulled you off the telephones. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. Art's trying to get your money and your booty all in the same telephone call. Happy birthday to Cece Peniston. She's celebrating her 36th birthday today. Foxy Brown is 26. Okay. 10 signs that you need a hair makeover. This is from the October edition of one of my favorite glam magazines, Marie Claire. Are you ready? Your hair. No, the number one sign. Are you ready for this? Your hair has no volume. Now, who loves the Aquanet over here?
Oh, yes.
Number 2, your high school friends assure you that you haven't changed a bit. See, there's a problem. There's a problem. Number 3, your highlights are more noticeable than your base color. Like, just too many highlights. Number 4, like Ryan Seacrest.
He ODs on his. How you doing?
No, how you doing? It's almost disgusting that you, as a black man, even notice something like that.
Easy.
But you're right, though.
Yeah, I'm trying. Stand out.
Number 4, you're not receiving compliments on your hair anymore. These are the 10 signs that you need a hair makeover from Marie Claire Magazine, October. Number 5, your hair and your skin tone match. Well, hold on. Isn't that pretty? When your hair and your skin match? Well, anyway, number 6, your clothes have evolved and your hair hasn't. Number 7, 2 words, according to Marie Claire Magazine, Brillo pad. By the way, they recommend for that the Kiehl's cream with silk groom.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Miss Honey?
Yes.
Excuse me?
It works.
Kiehl's. Wait, I thought you were a Paul Mitchell Supercharged woman.
No, but you have to switch up because sometimes your hair gets like immune
to.
Yeah, like soap. You have to change soap and your cologne's up. You got to change up where your body gets immune to.
Shh.
Easy.
Are you listening to him talk about hair products? Okay, what?
You have to switch up on your products, your soaps, your colognes, or you get immune to them, and they don't affect as effective as you use.
So when you're not using Supercharged by Paul Mitchell, then you use the Kiehl's?
Silk Groom, yes.
The Silk Groom?
Yeah. You just read it. Yeah, it's good.
That works on the short and nappy?
Yeah, that ain't nappy.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes.
But it works, though. It makes it nice for you.
Okay, number 8. Here's the 8th sign that you need a hair makeover. You pull your hair into a ponytail all the time. Number 9, you spend more than 20 minutes styling your hair. And number 10, your stylist could cut your hair with his eyes closed.
Wow.
And those, ladies and gentlemen, are the 10 signs that you need a hair makeover according to the October edition of Marie Claire Magazine. Okay. Who looks like a celebrity? Madonna, Mary J. Blige. They're looking for blondes, by the way. So, and Mary spends her time, the majority of the time, being a blonde, so she counts for this. Madonna, too. All right, this has to do with the John Frieda salon. You know John Frieda. All right, do you know John Frieda?
I've heard the name before.
Okay. Thank God he doesn't know fully. Okay. I got this directly from Marie Claire Magazine. I thought this was great, so I'm going to read it directly to you. This just in.
Uh-oh.
Calling all blondes. Calling all blondes. Do people mistake you for Madonna? Could you be Mary J's long-lost twin, John Frieda, sheer blonde, and Marie Claire Magazine are looking for the ultimate blonde celebrity look-alike? Would that be Beyonce also? She has blonde highlights. No, I guess not. No, Mary has gone all the way there. You know, Beyonce's never gone, except for that one show. What was that? The, you know which one I'm talking about. She was really blonde. She had on the Poom Poom shorts and the fitted
HBO movie with Mekhi Phifer.
Never mind. Was she really blonde? Goldfinger, she was really blonde? Okay, well, maybe Beyonce doesn't count. I'm not sure. But anyway, they're looking for the ultimate blonde celebrity lookalike. One grand prize winner is going to be flown to New York City for a makeover with the fabulous John Frieda. Okay? He's got a creative director, Sally Hershberger, who has styled Meg Ryan and Michelle Pfeiffer. And Sally Hershberger wants to do you. So find out all about it by going to marieclaire.com. marieclaire.com. Oh, I saw it in the magazine. I thought you'd be interested. It's really weird about Advice Hour today because how are things going, Steve?
Things are going great.
Turn him up, Goose. I'm not hearing.
I'm getting call after call, just people being very generous.
Okay. Now, $500 and over. What do they get, Steve?
They get a bobblehead doll.
Yeah, so Wendy Williams.
A prize pack with a bobblehead doll.
Yes.
And they get 2 tickets to the Laugh Factory.
No, wrong.
Wrong?
Here are the rules.
Oh.
See? EFWA, I asked you to leave these notes. $300 and more, they get a pair of passes to the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience at the Laugh Factory if they donate $300 and more. If they donate $500 and more, they get a Wendy Williams prize pack featuring the bobblehead doll.
Okay.
Now, very well, the bobblehead doll might be the only thing in there, but think about how few of those are available and how great they are. If my car careens off the West Side Highway, well, for God's sakes, the show is over. Then all of a sudden, those, maybe you can go on eBay. You see what I'm saying, Art?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how strong, I am right now in the field.
You're very strong.
But according to some people, death makes you stronger.
There you go. That's Elvis.
Say I wrap around a pole on the way home.
Oh, stop it.
What is a bobblehead doll worth?
A lot. I got mine.
I don't want to be morbid, but I'm saying $500 and more is a bobblehead doll. $300 and more is the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience. And you'll see a special note, EFWA, that you were supposed to include.
Oh.
I can't even ice grill my face. The Botox is so... Look, right? Can you see anything? The Botox is just ridiculous. Just hitting and holding. Shout out to Dr. Janine.
Wendy.
Uh-huh.
It was last year's VMAs that Beyonce was platinum blonde.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you. Who sent that?
Taryn, the queen of all interns.
Taryn, we expect you up here in about 3 hours.
Yes.
All right.
UPN 9 is coming up at 5.
UPN 9 is coming up at 5?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be on the news. Oh, I better straighten up. Hell, who expected this? I'm thinking no makeup and, bushy hair is the call of the day because we're in here for an a-thon. Get my makeup together. Where is Steve Lindsay? Anyway, okay, so it's 866-GET-WENDY. The Disaster Relief Radiothon continues here.
It's Wendy, man.
You never met me. You don't know me. You ain't been in my house. You don't live with me. You don't sleep with me. You don't do shit with me, but talk about me. Watch what you say. That's all, baby girl. That's all I'm asking you is watch what the f*** you say.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Don't come around here with that Wendy Williams. Get your facts straight or shout.
Experience.
You're listening to a special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
All right, so apparently Beyonce recently celebrated some sort of birthday where Jay-Z felt as though it was necessary to buy a $1.2 million ring for her. Oh. No word on whether it's an engagement ring, but he also forked over another several $100,000 for the matching watch. That's what I call a happy birthday. Let's bring AJ Calloway in here with his new hair. Cute.
Gorgeous.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Give me a hug.
I told him it took too long. You should have did that a long time ago.
Oh, goodness.
Look, you do supercharge or whatever. You know what? You impress me as the type of person that would use some sort of texturizer in your hair to get it and
use a texturizer
Art,
in my
what
hair?
is that? Supercharge? Keels? What is that?
Duke.
Let me touch it.
Y'all are wildin'.
It's beautiful, though. How cute are you? How
doing,
full
Wendy?
is your hairline? No, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm
AJ,
chilling.
look, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Who in Hollywood, which one of those white people told you, you gotta cut it off?
Nobody. I actually did it. It was just time for change.
Yeah.
It's a rebirth. So I kind of cut my hair after I had locked for 19 years.
Yeah. It's AJ Calloway in the studio, everybody, from 106 and Park. You look gorgeous.
From where?
Formerly.
I'm from my mom.
Oh. Tension. Tension.
I used to work out over there.
More love making than usual with that new hair?
Oh, my wife?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
See, I'm free to talk about everything now.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about 106 and Park. And let's talk about the downslide move for free to MTV2.
No. I don't know what she's doing.
If you were to become, AJ, were to become a VJ at any MTV outlet at this point, except for the sole host of 106 and Park, it would be a backslide. You've already beat them in the ratings. Why go?
I don't know. What are you? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Is Free going to be a host at? First of all,
have no idea.
When's the last time you talked to Free? Since the day you signed off and you were crying like a bitch.
Maybe a day. Wendy. See, you better stop that.
Easy.
You better comment. Pause.
No,
we're here to raise money. I came here to raise money.
No, we lured you here under the guise of raising money.
To raise money for New Orleans.
Whatever. No, we are. Did you bring your checkbook? I mean, your wife's, because you're not working right now.
But I am though.
Where are you working? UPN.
I'm at Extra.
Yeah, well, that's correspondent work.
Of course, yeah.
So does, what is her name, Manolo? That girl from 106 and Park, she's corresponding with Extra also. You're bigger than that. Where's your UPN 9 sitcom? Come on, I want to have something to talk about, AJ. I like you a whole lot.
I came here to raise money.
Whatever. However they lured you here, it's fine.
However they lured me here, I'm here.
Yeah.
So what do you want to know about?
All right, number one. When's the last time you talked to Free?
Maybe a day or two ago, we were speaking about just, all the tragedy, everything that's happening down in New Orleans. And we were brainstorming about some things that we can do together to raise funds and awareness to everything that's happening.
Now, how would you get people to watch that?
What are you Wendy, stop it. You are hilarious.
Jackie Reed is CBS now. What you doing?
Hilarious. No, she's still over there, too.
Whatever. She's able to do both. Hey, Jackie. No. AJ. The UPN 9 show.
It's sitting on a shelf, and they're going to decide what they're going to do with it probably by mid-fall.
Okay, so
hear the crickets, yeah. I hear.
Damn.
I hear it.
No, listen. So by mid-fall, they're going to decide. That way, it would be like a mid-season replacement, maybe in June. So who do we need to cancel to make sure that you get on?
Oh, I don't know.
Omarion?
I know who I was up against.
Who?
Well, you know who shows out
Eve?
there. No.
Who?
Everybody hates him.
Everybody hates Chris.
That's what
a Negro! You're not going on
That's
TV because everybody's waiting for.
They're waiting for it.
No.
That's who I was against. This is
so you're unemployed,
world.
and your doctor wife is making all the money now.
No, not at all. I'm actually focusing all my attention in Brooklyn because I'm opening my restaurant out there.
Okay, tell us about the food.
It's vegetarian West Indian.
I'm not interested.
Food. Oh, please, you'd love it.
I love anything
West
wrapped in
Indian
bacon.
Soul food. No, Wendy.
I'm sorry.
Poke?
Yes.
Stop it. Can we talk about New Orleans?
Pork and poke. Now let's talk about your restaurant. Come on, you are the relief within the middle of this
I'm the relief in the middle of all this?
Yes, I told everybody it's not going to be hearts and violins all day.
Hearts and violins.
So what's your restaurant going to be called?
It's called Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Yeah.
And
so on a Delphi,
accent on the hog. Can we get a picture of bacon?
This is in the heart of Brooklyn, where everybody was out yesterday for the parade.
Now, where's Dr. Calloway going to be practicing? Where's her license?
She's going to be in Jersey, most likely.
Okay.
I'm moving back to Jersey.
Very nice. That's where everybody goes. Hello. Hi, Jersey.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're going to be living in Jersey. Your restaurant's going to be in Brooklyn. Dr. Calloway's going to be practicing in Jersey. You're going to be back to throwing parties.
I never stopped, though. You know that.
Well, I know. Cheetah was legendary. At one point, AJ was my boss every Friday night. AJ calling the checks. He'd be on the phone like, how many people's in the club? I break
Party's
her
still
off.
going on. We still have a party.
I'm sorry to hear about Saturdays. The UPN, though.
No. It was actually a wonderful experience. Met a lot of great people. Opened up a lot of doors as far as the acting side.
I've done pilots.
I have crazy respect for those people. Like for actors.
Yes, please.
It is unbelievable. unbelievable the
AJ,
amount of energy that's put into
Is this your
that.
first pilot that you ever did?
It was my first pilot, and it was based on me. I was the star of the pilot.
Okay.
I'm in the center of the read
I've done
table
7 pilots where it's been based on me for network, where I've been the star of the pilot.
Oh.
So welcome to pilot season. The first pilot I ever did was approximately 12 years ago. When you see me, all I've got is radio and a piece of something on VH1.
But you're doing good.
You know, and I know how difficult. But you know what? That's from the grind. It's not from TV. You know,
but it's great money.
How hard it is. Pilot season, and how, you know, just because they tell you you're going to be the next big thing, that doesn't mean, you know. So what have you done with the extra hair?
What have I done?
Have you bagged it? I knew you saved it. Artie, I knew he was a saver.
Yes. You had to say you can't throw the locks out.
Yeah,
you can't throw the locks out. It's been 19 years, Wendy.
I understand.
19 years.
I understand. Did you get up to the vineyard this summer?
I have not been to the vineyard at all. No.
Yeah.
I've just been chilling, working. I actually just came from where did I come from? I was in Orlando, the big Tom Joyner thing.
Oh, wow.
The family reunion, so I was down there for a little bit.
Well, listen, today, because we have a minute left on the break, did you bring your wife's credit card with you? I mean,
you're funny. You better stop.
Just swipe it on your way out.
Actually, no, I'm going to challenge BT. I'm going to pull out BT's credit card. So anybody from BT listening, call Bob Johnson, Deborah Lee, Stephen Hill. We need donations. How you doing?
All right, 866-GET-WENDY. It goes to the American Red Cross.
There you go.
AJ, I love you for being here. You really do.
You're leaving? I'm disappearing?
Will you stay?
I don't know.
You stay right here.
I should stay for a second?
Yes. Okay. More with AJ Calloway and his credit card next.
My oldest brother, he told me he had a very good surprise. The surprise was that he turned himself into a woman.
The Wendy Williams
I'm urging you, I'm begging you to give to the Wendy Williams Relief Fund to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Wendy has stood up. Stand up with the Wendy Williams Relief Fund. We need your help.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Okay, depending on where you are, we're on the radio for 12 hours. 12 hours, we bought our pajamas, we're raising money. Artie, life of the party, how you doing? All right. In the meantime, we've been on the radio for 2 hours and we've already raised over $10,000. Wow. And I appreciate you all for phoning in. 866-GET-WENDY. You pledge your money directly to the American Red Cross and help out these people who need our help desperately. In the meantime, on the telephone right now, I've got Mama Nambi, I believe is how you pronounce her name. Hey, Mama Nambi, is this you?
Yes, this is.
Hello, greetings from New York City, ma'am.
Oh, greetings and blessings, sis. How are you?
Yes, well, I'm doing well. We're doing a radiothon today based out of New York City, my radio program, to raise money for the victims of the terrible travesty, the hurricane, for the victims in New Orleans as well as the ones in Mississippi.
Right.
Now, I understand that you are from East New Orleans, Louisiana.
That's correct.
Would that be the 9th Ward?
Yes, that's correct.
That was a very, very hard-hit area. I mean,
yes.
the entire city, but a lot of the people that we saw in the news were from the 9th Ward. Am I getting that correctly?
Yes, you are.
And you managed to flee to Texas.
Yes.
So what was the process for you, ma'am? You were...
Well, you know, first of all, let me say that I'm thankful for me and my family to be alive. However, I feel I am totally outraged at the United States government. The inner cities of New Orleans was destroyed, and not so much by the hurricane, but by the lack of concern and preparation for the inner cities of New Orleans. They knew that New Orleans inner cities could not withstand over a Category 3 hurricane. They knew that the levee systems would not be able to hold it. There was legislation passed that was denied funding. And then, of course, so that was the proactive side of it. That was not done. And then also, once the hurricane passed, the military was giving a 48-hour wait before they went into the inner city.
What was the wait? Was that from the governor?
That was from the governor. They were told to wait 48 hours before going into. Some, however, denied the request and did move in anyway.
I understand that some of the police officers down there, a couple of them have committed suicide. Some of them have just left. Now, we can watch the news to get a lot of the stats, but, talking to you as a survivor, I would like to know where you were at the point of touchdown for the hurricane.
At the point of touchdown, I was in my home, one of the many who could not afford to evacuate.
Now, prior to the hurricane coming, at what point were you told that the hurricane is about to hit? Evacuate.
Okay, well, I was actually in New York with my daughter at a Freestyle Friday audition on Friday before the hurricane. And my husband gave us a call and told us that, to find out if the airlines were still flying into New Orleans because there was a hurricane due to hit in the Gulf. So I actually found out on Friday.
Okay,
and
then
so
you flew.
I flew back into New Orleans to, be with my family and to prepare as much as we could.
How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, I'm living in New Orleans all my life. You make sure you have canned goods. You make sure you have water, candles.
Okay, so did your house flood and you ended up being in the attic like we saw in the news?
In a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, our house was totally underwater up to the ceiling.
And so then you and your family ended up being up in the attic, floating?
Yeah, we moved next door to a house next door, which was actually a little higher than my house. And we moved into the attic. And once we were in the attic, we prayed and prayed and prayed that the water would stop rising.
Yeah, now a lot of people that they're finding now were found actually drowned in their attic because they didn't have anything sharp enough to plunge through. What did you use?
There was some type of crowbar in the attic, and we plunged a hole through the roof and was able to get on top of the roof.
Now, did you get any type of disease to your skin waiting in the water for so long? All kinds of
Yes,
things?
my son actually has a rash on his buttocks and all down his legs.
Now, some of the news reports they're saying are not true. Do you know anything about the shooting, for instance, up at the helicopters?
There were shootings in our area. And frankly, we thought about shooting ourselves just to get the attention of the helicopters, the news reporters, whoever was flying overhead, just to let them know that we were down there. We did hear gunshots and in an area, and in that area, the helicopters did go down and seemed to lift up whoever those victims were.
How did you and your family get rescued from the house next door?
We had a American flag that was floating in the water, and we tried everything. First, we left my son up there by himself.
How old is he?
He's 8 years old. Then we left my mother up there, who's elderly and legally blind, and neither one of those seemed to work, so we grabbed the flag and started waving the flag, and actually that's when they came down.
So, from your best assessment, the gunfire was never something malicious. It was to get the attention of people flying overhead.
Correct.
How are you mentally?
Just, in limbo. We still have some folks that we have not heard from. My life has to start over from here. My family's life, along with so many others. I am outraged, though, at the news and the way that they're portraying black people to be. We stayed in a shelter overnight in Baton Rouge, and thousands of black families who were sharing their last, sharing a blanket amongst 5 people. There's no facilities to take a bath in those shelters. So when you're coming out of the water, you still don't have a bath or a shower to go into. You have to wash off in the face bowl. And just given their circumstances, given our circumstances, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm so proud to be a black woman right now.
At any given point, did you succumb to drinking the water in the attic? How long were you there?
No, I didn't drink the water. However, we did get in the water to in order to stop from overheating.
And now what about food? How long were you there before you were actually rescued by the helicopter? 3 days. Did you eat anything? Was it, I mean, anything?
Yeah, we swam back through the water to find cannibals and some water.
Oh, boy.
So that was our only alternative.
Yeah, so now all of you all that were in the attic are fine. Now, what are they doing to reunite actual families?
Well, I know there's a few hotlines that you can call, some things online that you can call, some news hotlines that you can call.
We haven't seen anything.
I still feel that their response to this is still extremely slow. FEMA has not given any type of financial assistance to anyone as of yet. They're saying that they have to get adjusters to go out and observe the property.
Okay. Well, here's the big question. Did you have renters or homeowners insurance?
We had insurance.
Thank God.
They the same thing. Some of those insurance companies were actually located in New Orleans, so we cannot even get in touch with them. And FEMA is saying that they won't do anything until the insurance companies go out.
Isn't this a blip? So your son is about to start second grade. I guess education is the last thing on your mind, huh?
Well, actually, we had a small cultural school. That is how my family sustained ourselves financially. I started homeschooling my children, and from about 8 years ago, and from there the word grew, and so we had actually a school of 65 students, which is also underwater now.
Okay, wow. Did you hear about Kanye West's comments?
Oh, yes. I love that brother for going out on a limb and saying what he said, and it definitely needed to be said. Because, like I said, this could have been prevented. You know, they had patients in Charity Hospital that they didn't even evacuate. They knew these people couldn't evacuate. They knew that the 9th Ward, 8th Ward would be flooded out if they had over Category 3 hurricane. And nothing was done. And so that specifically targets black people.
Are you looking forward to one day moving back to New Orleans?
I don't know. Not if there's only a Band-Aid put on it, you know what I mean? Some temps are moving into a toxic area and rebuilding on that. They would have to do so much to build up the foundation, fix the levee system, clean it up. That I don't know if they're even willing to do that.
So now you're in Texas now. What phone line are you using?
Some friends of ours actually drove down to the shelter in Baton Rouge and picked us up and has opened their home to us. And I just want to say that some support needs to come to these families who've opened up their homes. There's 6 of us now living with them.
Mama, it's been a pleasure speaking.
It's a little
Disaster Relief Radiothon continues to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Your money will be going to the American Red Cross directly. None of it stops here. Call and pledge. They need your money. 866-438-9369. It spells Get Wendy, but leave the Y off for and we'll be back in just a few moments. Actually, it's not 438-936. Whatever I said, it ends with a 3. So it'd be 866-438-9363. You know what? If you just spell Get Wend with the D, then you got it. Okay? It's 866-GET-WEND. All right? And a shout out to everybody who's been donating, including Carla Johnson of Walden, New York. She donated $500, and so she's getting a Wendy Williams bobblehead doll. Limited edition. That's what you get when you donate $500 or more. The phone lines are open, and we're here for the next, well, you do the math. What is it, 10 hours?
Wendy, man.
My husband just got discharged from the military, but now he's home, and I just want to tell him to get the out.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
These are like our brothers and sisters. We say that, you know, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
It's the JCPenney Salon Fall Color Event. Save 10% on all color services.
You're listening to a special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Oh, man. You know what? So, yes, this is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Shout out to one of my radio crime bosses, Charles Warfield. Thanks for the $2,500 for the American Red Cross. And we will rush you your bobblehead within the next 10 minutes. He's only one floor down. Yes, if you donate $500 or more, you'll get a bobblehead doll. For $300 or more, you'll get passes to the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience every Wednesday night here in New York City, Times Square, the Laugh Factory. And even if you're in Detroit or Kalamazoo or wherever, you will still get your passes or your bobblehead, and don't you worry about a thing, okay? All right, coming in the studio right now, season 1 of The Real World, looking terrific, Kevin Powell. Kevin Powell is here. Hi, Kevin.
How you doing? I know we do it like this.
Yes. Wow. Well, you know.
Good to meet. I feel like your family.
Well, you know what? Hey, you can raise your chair up a little bit. Yeah. I know it's a little low. Otherwise, if you're okay, then just pull your mic down.
Pull it down.
Yeah. I feel like I'm talking to a midget.
No, I'm not a midget.
It's good to talk to you too.
Yo, it's a lot going on.
Now, you were part of, as far as I'm concerned, the best season of The Real World. You, Eric Neese,
Heather B.
They
need to pay us for that.
Yes, right? Honey. Season royalty 1 checks. Of Real World.
Royalty checks.
Kevin Powell, at one point you were all on The Real World. Next thing you know, you're a respected journalist.
Vibe Magazine, yeah.
Vibe Magazine and beyond?
I've written 6 books at this point.
You wrote, name your books.
Who's Gonna Take the Weight, Who Shot You, which is a book, photo history of hip-hop, book called Keeping It Real. It's a bunch of stuff, you know what I mean? Just been very blessed.
And you were also the man who got threatened in Suge Knight's office, as I can remember. Hold on a moment, Kevin.
That wasn't me.
Let me just turn to my archives. Art.
Yeah, didn't you step on the Death Row logo?
That's right.
Oh, my God.
Kevin Powell.
That infamous Death Row article in Vibe Magazine.
Yeah.
By the way, Suge just got out of the hospital, so watch what you say. All right, I got that.
We all got hood in us. Ain't nobody scared. What the Bone Crusher say? I ain't never scared. Come on. No, me and Suge went through that on BET a couple years ago. We had a little exchange, but it's all love, man. You know, God bless the brother. I'm real concerned about what's going on in New Orleans and all that right now.
Let's talk. First of all, Kevin Powell is here, everybody. This is the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina and all of the. Would you?
No, I don't drink more anymore.
All of
But thank you.
Problem?
I drink water.
All right.
I'm real health conscious, you know what I mean?
Excuse me, Art.
Chief?
Nah, son, I don't do that either. I'm good. I'm good. It's Brooklyn, man. What can I say?
Kevin, thank you so much for being here. We are benefiting the American Red Cross today. Right. And a lot of our people of color, have problems donating to anything outside of the church.
Right.
Because we feel that the money is not going to get, you say what, and then you say beyond what.
Well, I mean, Wendy, I've been working on this thing since last week, Monday, Tuesday, when it happened. And honestly, respect to any organization that's trying to help in some small way, Black churches, Red Cross, NAACP. But I'm going to tell you, I've been talking to people in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas. I'm about to fly down on Friday morning to Baton Rouge. Then we're going to drive up to New Orleans, go across the Mississippi, and then go to Houston. So I'm actually going to go down there and do some stuff. And I'm just encouraging folks to really, really try to send to organizations that are on the ground working on stuff. And I got a website, Akila Work Songs at AKILAWorksongs.com, AKILA worksongs.com, where people can see a listing of organizations in Texas and Louisiana where they actually are on the ground doing work, and people are getting the food for real, getting the clothes for real, and getting money for real. So that's on at AKILAWorksongs.com. You know what I'm saying?
Now, in New Orleans, you know, the Wendy Williams Experience was syndicated on Q93.
Right.
And that city and that radio station, that whole entire area is no longer. But we are still on in mid-state Louisiana, which is KISS 106, and also upstate, which is Shreveport at the Beat.
Right.
Do you know any people in mid-state and upstate?
I know people all over. It's Q in New Orleans. That was Wild Wayne's station, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I just saw my man in July at the Essence Festival. I was on his radio show, so I hope that brother's all right. I hope his family's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know people up in Shreveport and all that, and just, you know, I hope that people are okay. Know that help is coming. I've been talking to Kenny Smith from TNT that's on the show with Charles Barkley, Derek Coleman, a bunch of NBA players that have been hollering at me. So know that a whole bunch of Shaq's stepfather's been talking to Shaq about. Shaq is down there actually. Know that there's a lot of people going to come down there and try to help for real, all over Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. Like I said, I'm going down on Friday morning myself.
And money is the best thing to be donated.
People need clothes. That's what I'm getting. All sizes, small, big. People need underwear. Because remember, people were jetting from their houses, so they left everything behind. We really need clothes. That's the big thing. People do need money, but it's like, no disrespect to any of the relief organizations, but I think it'd be easier if you go through some of the churches that are listed on my website, my friend's website, AKILAWorksongs.com, because some of the organizations are in a position to get people money right away.
Is Kevin Powell trying to usurp Radiothon?
Nah.
I think so.
Nah.
Okay, but no. So you say clothes.
I'm just trying to get people. You understand?
We're trying to help people no matter what, whether it's money, clothes, whatever. It just so happens that we're collecting money here for the American Red Cross at 866-GET-WENDY. But go ahead, because I don't care how the people get help as long as they get help.
Let me say this, Wendy. It's like I haven't cried yet. You know why? Because for the last 8 or 9 days, I've had people call me all day, all night from all over that area.
Give your website again.
AKILAWorksongs.com. Just unloading,
Nobody knows how to spell Aquila.
AKILAWorksongs. AKILAWorksongs. AKILAWorksongs.com.
Sounds too complicated, doesn't it, Art?
Just call it kill.com or something.
No, excuse me.
AKILAWorks. It's mad easy, y'all. You know what? Make it easy. Y'all can email me at Kevin.
866-GET-WENDY, the American Red Cross. Why can't you make an easier website?
Yeah, I gotta tell my homegirl.
People are stressed.
I know that.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that.
Say it one more time. It's Kevin Powell, everybody, and he wants clothes for the victims. Say it again. Go ahead.
AKILAWorksongs. AKILA. I got love for you, Wendy. You know that? Even
AKILA. These threatening to leave.
What did you do?
Had a problem with drugs.
You got the drug voice.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Just asking, what's your drug of choice?
You name it.
Coke?
Yeah.
Weed?
Yeah.
Crack?
Yeah.
Heroin?
Yeah.
E-pills?
Yeah.
Whippets?
Alcohol.
Gorilla?
Yeah.
PCP?
Yeah.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wow. You're listening to a special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Okay, it's the Wendy Williams Experience here on WBLS 107.5. Today is a very special edition of the show. We're on the radio until 2 a.m. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And shout out to the 32nd Precinct here in New York City. They're collecting good condition or new clothes to be shipped to the victim. For the next 2 weeks, the 32nd Precinct is located at, are you ready? Shout out to Champagne. Champagne, my radio girlfriend. She's here helping us out with the phone lines and stuff. Thank you so much, Champagne. Okay, the 32nd Precinct, everybody, is at 250 West 135th Street, right here in New York City. 250, is that Art Spinach?
Is it hot enough?
Yes, it is.
He copied the Houston's recipe.
Yeah.
Where are the chips?
Right there.
Break them out.
Oh, okay.
Break them out.
I want you to test it first.
We need something to sop this up.
Yes, we do.
Sop it up, as Whitney Houston would say in the Being Bobby Brown. Sop it up, biscuits and gravy. Sop it up, sop it up. Shout out to everybody at the 32nd Precinct. Thank you so much for doing the good work. They're collecting clothes, new and good condition clothes. 32nd Precinct is located at 250 West 135th Street in New York City. Let me get some of these chips. And sop it up, sop it up.
Down.
All right. Well, I'll do it here. Does it taste like Houston? Oh, it's hard.
Wait, she didn't warm up long enough.
What the hell? It's hard.
Is it hot?
It's hard. Hard.
Is it warm? Is it hot? Is it warm?
Hard. There's no cheese in here.
It's all cheese in there.
That's why it's so damn hard. Damn you. It's not like Houston. It's like Houston's. Damn you. It's okay, you tried.
Was it hot enough though?
Listen, we're giving to charity, and we're accepting at this point your charity food today. All right, everybody, look, it's 866 Get Wendy. We've got all of the Girl Fridays and Gay Steve on the phone at 866 Get Wendy. Call now, pledge your support to the disaster relief. And we'll make sure that it gets there. It's going to the American Red Cross. American Red Cross is the organization we're benefiting. Call now, and we're your radio station, 107.5 WBLS.
107.5 WBLS, home of today's R&B and classic soul. The OG, Atlantic Star, Mariah Carey, the Isley Brothers, Whitney Houston, Whisper, Regina Bell, Keith Sweat. It's the best of today's R&B and classic soul. WBLS, New York.
Let's do it. You got it. This is Ludacris. Let's Mr. H to the Z exhibit. It's Darrin Doherty. You got it.
What's your name? Wendy Williams.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Are you in love?
Look at her. She asks, let me just explain how she asks the questions, and then her eyes get a little bit wider.
No, but not much because the Botox.
No, but the actual eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would like to answer that question.
But you were wearing a wedding dress in your new video, which I have yet to see.
Yes, but that's that's part two. It's like that video, you don't see the wedding dress
Okay.
yet. We just had the making of last week.
Okay.
Be on BET this week, and MTV this coming with the whole thing.
And that's your original Tommy Mottola wedding dress.
Yes, darling.
So you have not...
It's the Mariah Carey wedding dress.
Wow. Can I tell you something? While you are a much healthier woman, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do.
Oh, Wendy.
Since then.
Where's the button?
Exclusively on
the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon. And you call the number 866-GET-WENDY. Today, we're not taking funny calls. We're taking serious pledges, okay? So listen with an open heart and an open wallet, of course. TOK. Oh, I thought they were down the hall. Wait, hold on. Hello? Hello? How you doing? Hey. I'm trying to figure out where we can get into talking about some of these celebrities and stuff. Up to no good. I had a lot of stories over the weekend, but... okay, open the door. TOK. Where's K7? Because I worked with. Hello, how are you? Good, nice to see you. The Freestyle Kings. Yeah. Now, wait a minute now. Where's the K? Oh, hey. How you doing? Okay. So you all, we're talking with you all about disaster relief. What are you all doing? What are you all seeing? What do you all want to say?
You see, Jamaica, we have been experiencing hurricane for a very long time, from Gilbert to Ivan. So we know exactly what's happening down there right now, because even though some of the places in Jamaica still have not recovered from Hurricane Ivan.
Right.
That didn't even touch Jamaica directly.
Yeah. Right.
So we know exactly what's happening. So we're just trying to spread us some amount of warmth to the people out there and let them know that, you know, we're trying.
The song.
The song
is I mean, we did a song like a year ago, but it's like it's very appropriate right now because it's talking about homelessness, it's talking about poverty, it's talking about, you know, when you're down and you feel out, like there is a higher being that is always there with you. So you know, this is also a way of saying that, you know, maybe the song can console you in a time of grief, you know.
Yes. Now we have Flex, Alex, Basie, and Craig.
Basie. It's Basie. What's up?
Basie.
Yeah.
And Craig.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Basie.
What's up?
Okay. And Craig and Jamaica. How long ago was Hurricane Ivan?
That was last year. Yeah, that was last year.
Let me tell you something. Between the tsunami and whatnot, we lose track of Mother Nature's wrath.
Yeah, the whole world is going crazy right now.
Wow. And so a lot of Jamaica is rebuilt, but a lot is not.
Yeah, especially in the rural areas out in the countryside, you know, it affected like St. Thomas, that's the southern part to the east, and it affected in the central part, Manchester, and you know, a lot of farmers that depend on you know, ground provision,
right?
And once it got flooded out, you know, it affects a whole heap of other stuff.
And
so
a lot of houses also were on the hillsides, so when they had the landslides and stuff, you know, those places cannot be rebuilt. So those people are just left homeless right now.
Yes.
I mean, when we watch the TV and we see the news that's going on in New Orleans, it really, you know, it's sometimes you can't even find words to express how sad it is, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't even know what to say, but let's hope that, you know, it gets dealt with as soon as possible and people can rise back, you know?
Did you all hear the words that Kanye West said?
I heard about it, yeah.
And do you have anything to say regarding his
Well, you know,
words?
the funniest thing, we were talking about that earlier in the vehicle, and, you know, even in Jamaica, it's the same thing, you know. You have politicians who sometimes neglect the voice of the people, and you have people out there that need help. And I don't really think Kanye did anything wrong with just talking what's on the mind of the people, you know what I'm saying?
He basically was saying what a lot of people thinking, you understand?
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, 866-GET-WENDY, 866-GET-WENDY. T.O.K., thank you so much for coming in. We have a song that you all made.
Yeah, it's called Footprints.
And that song is speaking to disaster victims.
Well, it's about a lot of things, because Alex's brother died in 2003 by gun violence, and basically that song is in tribute to him. You understand?
Yeah, so it's like, for instance, like when the song starts, so it refers to gun violence, and the center of the song in the middle right there, the second verse refers to homelessness and poverty, and then the third verse is back into the whole violence thing. So anybody out there that's lost, anyone that's going through any form of tragedy, this is a song that, you know, hopefully will cheer you up and make you feel a little better, you know?
Yeah. The name of the song is Footprints. It's on the album Unknown Language, so check it out.
Goose, we'll hit that. Okay, not right this very second, but in a few moments. Okay, T.O.K., thank you so much.
Definitely,
thank you for coming in, and thank you for your song.
Yeah,
and thank you for your words.
All right, enough love, Wendy.
Okay, thank you, fellas. Thank you very much. Cool. Okay, the telephone number, Basie. Thank you very much, Basie. All right, bye bye.
Yeah, cool.
All right, everybody. It's Flex, it's Alex, it's Basie, and it's Craig. It's T.O.K. repping Jamaica, where Hurricane Ivan, you know, hit back in November. I saw art. So many of these natural disasters happen that they kind of run together until it hits mainland USA, and all of a sudden, you know, we are very, very aware. Now, I don't know how many of you all listening right now pledged your money to the victims of the tsunami, but this is right here in our country, and a lot of people are saying that the government has acted too late. Me particularly, you know, I say more power to Kanye West, but he needs to keep his eyes open between now and summer of 2006, because George Bush, while he's busy with overseas in Iraq, and then here in our country, in New Orleans, he's going to make sure at least 3 birds get thrown in the backseat of Kanye West's car when the cops stop him. And they take his freedom, and they take his career, and they take his dignity. Yeah. Because, hey.
Yeah. That's the real boss.
Yeah. Like, how do you get away with saying what he said?
Yeah, those splavos.
Yeah. Well, shout out to everybody who's listening right now at the Wendy Williams affiliate stations in Louisiana. We have The Beat, which is in Shreveport. We have KISS 106, which is in Alexandria. Now, Shreveport, everybody, is at top of the state. Alexandria is in mid-state. Both stations are number one for hip-hop and R&B. We used to be, until about a week ago, on a radio station that was number one for hip-hop and R&B in New Orleans. It was called Q93. We are doing this radiothon for our brothers and sisters who used to listen there, but for the whole city of New Orleans and also Mississippi, which has been, it seems, forgotten in a lot of cases because everybody's so focused on New Orleans, but Mississippi got it bad as well. So 866-GET-WENDY. If you pledge $500 or more, you will get a limited edition Wendy Williams Experience bobblehead doll, which is me with the bobblehead and furry boots. And, you can see what the bobblehead doll looks like on the WendyWilliamsExperience.com. We are down to about 6 bobbleheads left. We started out originally with, I think, 20. So, there are several people pledging $500 and more. If you pledge $300 or more, you'll get a pair of passes for the Wendy Williams Comedy Experience every Wednesday night here in New York City in Times Square at the Laugh Factory. As you know, or maybe you don't know at this particular point, you're listening from around the country, but this radio show originates in New York City on the mighty 107.5 WBLS, and I want to thank my co-workers, my bosses here for making this happen. Thank you so much for helping make this happen.
And if you pledge $1,000...
Excuse me, talk on the damn mic or damn phone.
And if you pledge $1,000, I will be your slave for the day. I'll clean your house and I'll do your laundry.
Will you really?
Okay. Elisa, you heard it.
I heard it. I'm about to
I'll wash your dishes.
Just to have Brock come over and clean.
I'll be your slave for the day.
I have a boy child.
Will you give moment after moment a professional?
Well, of course.
All right. What if it's a big man named Butch?
I better get my mouth stretching.
How you doing, honey?
Wendy, what's going on in the world of celebs? I feel like we,
You know what? I feel like I want to talk about celebrities, and I feel like...
Because usually I'm the straight guy, but I want some dish.
Has it been too down?
No, but I mean,
gosh.
I have a whole roster.
I have surveys. I love surveys. Okay, do you think Angelina and Brad will get married? 28% of people say yes, according to... What magazine is this? What are my damn magazines? Oh, In Touch. 72% of people say no. Do you think Jessica Simpson will make a good mother? According to In Touch, 92% of people say yes. 8% of people say no. Listen to me knock on my head. Turn this up, Goose.
Turn up a little bit, yeah.
This is me doing my own music bed. Will Jessica Alba make a good I Dream of Jeannie in the remake movie? 79% of people say no. 21% of people say yes. And would you share a dorm room with Tommy Lee? Have you seen the new show?
Yes, love it.
Do you love it?
Yes.
Would you share a dorm room?
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, 69% of people said yes, they would share a dorm room. And 31% of people say, aw, hell to the no. How about 12 hilarious habits that men hide, ladies? Are you ready for this one? Well, where are the rest of the 12? Damn. I got a few of them. I pick my nose, but only when I'm alone. How about this one? I speak to my cats exclusively in Spanish. Ooh. How about this one? This is 12 hilarious habits that men hide. I shave my pubic hair. I bite my toenails. I put cologne on when I work late. For some reason, it helps me concentrate, says a man named Mike, who's a lawyer, who's 33. Oh, my gosh. How about every time I have a bad thought, I cross myself like this. And every time I make a wish, I also cross myself. So I end up doing it 75 to 100% of the time every day. That's a 24-year-old law student named Anthony. Crossing himself all day long. All right, how about you all? Put your money where your mouth is and your wallet where your ear is. 866-GET-WENDY. It's the Wendy Williams Disaster Relief Radiothon going on now to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina.
I told you like 3 weeks ago about me and my boy had a threesome and how he touched my butt. He came to me saying that he really want to have sex with me.
Well, you should have known that when he touched your butt.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hurricane Katrina has had a devastating effect on hundreds of thousands of people. Open your heart and your wallet. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call. On the National Association of Broadcasters, thanks for your support. 107.5 WBLS.
Alrighty, everybody. It's 107.5 WBLS. Today's R&B and Classic Soul and the Wendy Williams Experience. Today, until 2 a.m., we are doing the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And we'll be here until 2 a.m. New York time. Congratulations to a plethora of people who have not just pledged, but they've picked up the Wendy Williams limited edition bobblehead doll, which you only get when you pledge $500 or more. And one of those people happens to be, well, somebody who already has one, Charles Warfield. He's one of our radio crime bosses here at WVLS. He pledged $2,500. Thank you. Shout out to Linda in East Orange, New Jersey. She pledged $500. Thank you so much. And Carla Johnson in Walden, New York. Thank you so much, Carla Johnson. We've got a whole bunch of people who've pledged $100 and better. Paul Wheatley, thank you so much, in Jersey City, New Jersey. Doreen Garby in Ronkonkoma, New York. Thank you, Darlene. Kristen Brown of Union, New Jersey. Thank you so much for your pledge, Kristen. And Robin Walker of Bayshore, New York. Shout out to Chantel Frazier of Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Ahmad Green of the Bronx, New York. Thank you, Ahmad, so much. Jeanette Marzan of Stamford, Connecticut. Thank you so much. Alicia Haydenman of Jamaica, New York. And Fatah Hossein of Brooklyn. Thank you, Fatah. Sharice Moore for your $100 over there on East 37th Street in Brooklyn. Thank you. Barbara McEwen, I know times are hard, but $250. Girl, thank you so much. She lives over in Brooklyn, New York. Francina Sloan, $100 over in Rosedale. Thank you, Francina. Deborah Barbo of Patterson, New Jersey, $100. Thank you. Listen, if you pledge $300 and more, you get a pair of passes to the Wendy Williams, comedy experience every Wednesday night at the Laugh Factory. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is from my very own podiatrist. Thank you so much. Steve just came in and brought this to me. My podiatrist, Dr. Stuart Mogul, who did not one but two of my rotten feet jobs. You know, I had the bunions worse than I don't know what last summer. Dr. Stuart Mogul, who's located on 70, I'm about to give you his telephone number. 70, I think, 1st Street, right next to, as a matter of fact, in the same building as Dakota, John Lennon's building. He pledged $1,000. Thank you so much, Dr. Stuart Mogul. You all, if you're looking for, listen, I got both of my bunions done there. I am more than happy with the job. Shout out to Jackie, who answers the phones there, who is Dr. Mogul's right-hand girl. I'll give you the telephone number. The best podiatrist, as far as I'm concerned, in New York City, Dr. Stuart Mogul. 212-769-0066. And thank you so much for the $1,000. The American Red Cross is getting all the money pledged today, everyone. 212 for Dr. Mogul. 769-0066. Thank you so much again, Dr. Mogul. Shout out to Kevin Powell, who came in coming conversation. We will be hearing from Wynton Marsalis. AJ from formerly of 106 and Park, is still You know, AJ's been here for about 2 hours. He's socializing in the pink room, but he's about to come back in, and we're going to talk to him regarding what happened with 106 and Park. Did they fire him, or did he quit, and so on and so forth. We still have the Reverend Al Sharpton to hear from. Puffy called in the other day. We've been rerunning that phone call. Twista, Silk the Shaka, Baby. The mayor of New Orleans, we're still looking forward to hearing from him. Busy Bones of Bones, Thugs and Harmony. Can I just tell you something? In addition to talking about the disaster, this man is a walking mental disaster. I hope he's not hearing this right now. Like, it'll scare him off. But can I tell you, Busy Bones, in my entire radio career, is definitely my top 10 favorite guests, because he just sets the room on fire with his talk. Okay, everybody, I want to thank you for pledging and donating. It's 866-GET-WENDY. We're on till 2 o'clock in the morning. A shout out to Cambria Heights. You know, this Thursday, September 8th. Wait, hold on. This just in from Zoe. Alexis Finnegan of Springfield Gardens, Queens. She did $500? Oh my gosh, she gets a bobblehead doll. Zoe, make sure you're keeping an accurate count, because at some point we're going to run out. Check in the office. Okay. Cambria Heights, what's going on, Queens? This Thursday, September 8th at 4 p.m., you can join the WBLS Street Team at the McDonald's on 216-06 Linden Boulevard and get your WBLS goodies to go while supplies last, okay? All righty, good. And listen, it might be after Labor Day, but we're still celebrating the 107 days of summer. Keep it right here for all that's going on, plus more details on the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. You can call to pledge your money. It's going right to the American Red Cross. It's safe to donate there. The American Red Cross, 866-GET-WENDY. If you need it to be numerically spelled out for you, that would be 866-438-9363. Call now, pledge your money, and keep it locked to your radio station, the one that cares about the community. 107.5 WBLS.
This is Reverend Al Sharpton. I'm urging you, I'm begging you to give to the Wendy Williams Relief Fund to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Wendy has stood up. Stand up with the Wendy Williams Relief Fund. We need your help.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Monkey, you ain't never had no fun like
These are like our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We say that, you know, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And,
Exactly.
and it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
This Radiothon has brought out the worst tics that I possibly have, and that is constant Purell hand wash. Yeah, I've been Purelling my hands like every 2 seconds here on the show, and I am a nervous wreck. I want to be sure that everything goes correctly today, because we're doing our Radiothon to benefit the victims of the hurricane. And I want you to know that when you call 866-GET-WENDY today, you will be pledging your money directly to the American Red Cross. Now, here comes AJ Calloway, and this is our second break together.
Yes.
AJ, you've been in the back talking with all of my girls.
Oh boy.
We call that the pink room. So let's talk about family. Your frosty wedding ring is very, very understated yet there.
Thank you. Shout out to Jacob.
And the doctor is a young woman, right? How old is she? Like 25, 27, something like that?
She's a doctor.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. She's got her years. 31, okay. So
No, don't put it there.
So she's practicing. You're out of work with 106 and Park.
Out of work.
You only get
I
TV
I
work
left.
if did you leave?
I did leave.
You quit?
I actually left the show.
How did that go down?
Ooh.
Knock, knock.
I might go down your road and write a book.
Please do, but you have to do it sooner than later. Let's
Yeah, I know.
let's talk
Definitely.
briefly about it.
It was unfortunate because I definitely miss the fans, but you got to move forward. You got to take on some new challenges.
How did it go down? First, Hollywood started buzzing, and then you met your girlfriend, who became your wife, who started being your number one cheerleader. Stop laughing. I understand what that is. My husband's my manager.
I've known her for a while.
Whatever.
Since 2000.
Okay.
But some things went down that weren't really really nice. And
what are those things? Money renegotiations?
All the above.
Okay.
All the above.
Okay.
And it was just time for a change. After 5 years and taking the show and building up with me and Free, it was the number one rated video show in America.
Over TRL, I know.
Over everything.
Now, you and Free, when you make decisions, are you on the telephone with each other constantly? Like, we've got to do this as a team, or are you acting?
Definitely. We talk.
Yeah.
We talk as a team, we work as a team, and, you do some things individually as well, but we talk as a team, definitely.
Did she know that you were doing your pilot?
Yeah. Everybody knew.
Yeah.
I mean, that had nothing to do with it. That wasn't it. It was more some other stuff, new blood into the BET network.
Yeah.
And,
Julissa. She gets her hair at the same place as me. Lou goes in downtown Manhattan. Listen, I had
new executive blood.
Over
there.
Okay.
And that was the change of everything.
Who, if you were the king of all 106 and Park, who would be the next host? Would it be Ray J and Julissa?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
too much hate in the blood to even decide.
No, God bless him. I mean, I want that show to continue because it was a staple in the African American community.
Yes.
And one of the reasons I stayed there so long, I mean, growing up in this area, turning on television, you don't have those positive African American role models every day. That's what kept me there, despite the money. I mean, working over there. It was like,
let's talk.
I mean, it was like waiting tables on television.
Okay. Now we get to the bottom.
But that's not it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The point is that your celebrity was bigger than your paycheck.
No. I mean, it was the love of the people, love of the community that keeps you there.
But the paycheck kept you in a 1-bedroom with 3 roaches.
No, I would have stayed there if I had the respect.
Oh.
I mean, before a paycheck, you need respect.
Oh, okay.
And that's what kind of just said, time to bounce.
Were they grooming you and Free to be interchangeable parts?
No. We're a team. Always been a team when it came to 106.
So where does respect? Talk to us about that.
Oh, that be in the book.
Okay. Hurry up and get your book deal. Listen, I know the art of the tease. I know what a book deal can be.
Oh, yeah.
So I wish you well with that. So, okay, so you're waiting for Chris Rock to be canceled to get on.
No, I'm not.
In the meantime, that's not going to happen.
Actually, my focus is once again possibly tackling late night.
I was going to say late night TV.
Yeah, we need it.
Okay. Yeah, we do.
I mean, if you turn on late night, not disrespecting anybody that's out there right now, but currently we need it.
I've done a pilot for late night TV.
We need something hot, new, and
was told I'll be the next big thing. Oh, you're going to be Leno, Letterman. You're going to be the black version of. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And
Trust me.
Fortunately, I'm a little too bitter and long in the tooth to believe any of it. And so when it didn't happen, I was like, at the end of the day, all I have is radio.
But radio, you do well.
I do well in radio, and I like it, but I'm constantly on pilot call and all like that. So we'll see who gets their show, me or you. And if you get it first, you invite me on. If I do, I'll invite you on.
I will invite you. You've always been good to me, definitely.
I'm going to save this tape.
What?
Don't you effing lie to me.
I don't lie. Have I ever lied about anything to you, Wendy?
Not in the middle of raising money.
Have I ever? Speaking of which, can we talk about that?
Go ahead.
Can we talk about New Orleans?
AJ's here, everybody.
Let's really focus. I mean, I know everybody is watching television, watching the news, and it seems to be so distant, but it is so close to home as far as being like African American. And we really need to dig into our pockets and give anything that you can give, even if it's $20.
Right. What I was telling people is that the American Red Cross is a safe place to give your money.
Yeah.
And a lot of our people, a lot of people of color feel as though American Red Cross organizations like that only give to white people. And, that's where Jay and Puffy and they called earlier, and I got Al Sharpton a little bit later on, and people from the American Red Cross, but people still don't understand. Have you ever donated, AJ, to American Red Cross?
I've donated. I mean,
talk to the people.
Even I mean, and I understand some of the stuff that was going on because it happened during 9/11 because you cannot... When you donate, you can't say, I want these funds to go to New Orleans because American Red Cross, they do stuff around the
everywhere.
world. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to designate where the funds will go. If you want the funds to directly go to somebody in New Orleans, I know that there are organizations set up for that. Mm-hmm. But the American American Red Cross is a good place to donate, and your funds will be secure, and it will go to good.
Yeah.
I mean, because it happened during 9/11, everybody was donating to the Red Cross, but not all the funds were going back to New York.
Right.
So a lot of people are feeling that, if you donate to American Red Cross, it's not going to go to New Orleans. But there are funds for New Orleans. And it's definitely, I mean, even if you just open up your home, open up your house, open up anything to a lot of the people that were now refugees of New Orleans, because they're talking about 80 days just to get the water out of the town.
It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while.
The city's devastated.
866-GET-WENDY. Leave the Y off for you. If you don't get out of here, I'm going to start to say absolute things that your wife is going to see as disrespectful.
What are you going to say?
I love the hair.
The haircut, you like
here's
it?
what I'm going to say. Mow down your beard a bit to show your...
I've been working.
No, hold on.
And the Labor Day weekend. I just got off
your
the
beard.
float, chilling.
You've got a killer dimple in your chin that is getting lost in the hair. Get that back, AJ. I'm telling you, Hollywood bound you are. AJ.
Hey.
You're our dude. We love you. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you. Shout out to everybody. Still got the party. Shout out to Adam, whole eclectic team going down to the 12 Saturdays. Make sure you go out there. Everybody that watched 106, we love you very, very much. I love you very much from the bottom of my heart.
12 is in New York City. What street is that?
Oh my God.
See, this is not just a New York show. Hello, we fan out here too, bougie Negro.
What are you talking, Wendy? Wait, look here, Jackie Jill girl.
Okay.
Don't get me started.
Hi, AJ. He tried to tumble down off his stool to get out of here. AJ closed the door silently and everything. All right. He looked good with the hair off, though, right?
Nice. Looked real nice.
Yes. Did you just remix the laughter?
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Like...
Everybody, I love you for listening today. All of the affiliate radio stations on the Wendy Williams Broadcast Network, thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are staying around for the next, 8 hours.
Yes.
We love you. For those of you who aren't, we love you as well. And we're doing this today. It's a 12-hour radiothon for the disaster relief victims. The American Red Cross is who you're pledging your money to. Call 866-GET-WENDY. Shout out to everybody online. Don't log off yet. Isn't that how you would say it, Art? Log off?
Yes, and the best is yet to come.
All right. Hello. We are about to stop all this music and this silly nonsense and break it down to the talk. And a toe is very much still a toe. Ooh. Keep it here as we infuse celebrity gossip and hurricane disaster relief in one. Watch how it goes down. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Love you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hurricane Katrina has had a devastating effect on hundreds of thousands of people. Open your heart and your wallet. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
These party people. See you later. Cause I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Program complete.
Okay, well over $10,000 pledged. Yes. We've got 8 hours left to go. The bonus hour is up next, and might I add, as far as I'm concerned, the next 8 hours will be just like the bonus hour.
Oh.
Low on the music, high on the energy. Okay. Keep it where you've got it. The best is yet to come. It's the Wendy Williams bonus and beyond.
Hurricane Katrina caused a whole bunch of devastation, and look, we gotta help. We gotta do our job as people to help people we need to help. You can donate directly to the American Red Cross using this number. Take care of our own, baby. Ain't nobody gonna do it for us.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Since you you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour gonna last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you, I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS.
Oh, yeah. Not for nothing, you all. This is the part of the Radiothon that I've been looking forward to, because now we have no rules. You know what I'm saying? It's stop for another damn Kanye West song when we want to talk about Kanye West comments. What'd you say?
By the way, he's not doing any more press.
Yeah, because we tried to get him for this a-thon, but that was as of Friday. Then over the weekend, he made the comments, which I got to tell you something. Not everybody who happens to be black is for him.
I told you.
Who is the person who you told?
Persia White.
Persia White from Girlfriends, who's a friend to the show, was against Kanye's comments.
Or whatever. So I will find out more. She's on the set. She's on the set, so I'm going to find out.
Of Girlfriends.
Yeah, so I'm going to find out if she can call in after she comes off. But they're in L.A.
Did she vent to you?
No, her publicist called me to say that she didn't agree or whatever. She wanted to call in after she got off the set. So we shall hear about that.
Okay.
Oh, Wendy.
What is it, Art?
I want to give a shout out to Carl Redding at Amy Roof's. The food's in the back is fried chicken, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, and ribs.
All you seem to know about is the luxurious part of this a-thon.
Well, it's 12 hours. I haven't worked 12 hours in years.
Art has changed his clothes like 3 times, thanks to people who've sent clothes.
Yes.
Some meant for the victims, apparently. Art has put them on.
Well, they fit. They fit. I love polo. What can I say? Holla, Rattler, and holla. Holla,
Iniche. And then other people who've sent food. Art is all greasy at the microphone.
I ain't even chief yet.
You gotta wait until the bosses leave so you can get in the stairwell. Chief.
I got a spot around the corner in the alley.
Oh, so you're ready. If they stay all night, you're ready. You got something for them?
We're outside already on 32nd Street.
Welcome, everybody, to the last ride or die hours, the last 8 hours of the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Now, I asked Goose, who is pushing the buttons, Art, while you were out of the room, I said, Goose, how are we doing so far? And Goose said, we could pick it up a little bit. Now, you know, Goose barely has a personality. So,
Goose is laid back.
For him to say that, Goose, for you to say that, I'm taking that as tragic.
Yes.
Like, we really need to zhuzh it up with our celebrity talk.
We trying to tone down for Goose, though, because he ain't ready for the real get down.
I think a lot of people have a hard time hearing the 866, excuse me. Little piece of rotten piece of your Houston's copycat dip on my tongue. 866 get Wendy. It's 866. If you want it to be spelled out, it's 438-9363. We're collecting money for the American Red Cross. Your dollars, whether it be credit card or check, will go immediately to the American Red Cross. Nothing stops here for a new pair of Gucci slides, as much as we love the season's new stuff. It's going to the victims of Hurricane Katrina, okay? And shout out to everybody who was at the West Indian Day Parade over the weekend. I know you all had a good time. I saw everything on the news in between the Katrina reports. You know what? Special shout out to everybody at Good Day New York. Look, can I just tell you, I had the best 5 days. Shout out to Chris Galis. Thank you so much for making me feel at home. Stacey Ann Gooden. Shout out to Mike Woods. Special shout out to Jody Applegate. Jody, thank you so much for letting me sit in your seat while you were on vacation. And I just had a fun time. Yesterday, the radio show was off, but I got up early in the morning. I don't know whether anybody was actually up to see, but we had fun. So wake up the right way. Wake up the way we do on our radio in our house, whether I was invited or not. That's like invited. That's like an invitation to be on my favorite television show, which is Fox 5. Good Day New York. Thank you so much, Nancy Brolin of the Bronx. $500 donation, and because of the $500, here on the show, if you donate $500 or more to the American Red Cross through calling 866-GET-WENDY today, you will receive a limited edition Wendy Williams Experience Wendy Williams Bobblehead doll, which is just me. When you pluck me in the head, I go like that. They make my son cry. They say it doesn't look like mommy, but they might make you laugh. I don't know. It is what it is. Nancy Brolin donated $500 though, so she'll be getting one of those bobblehead dolls. But she also wants to know what happened to the prisoners in Louisiana and New Orleans. I don't know. When last I saw, they were on TV, laid out on a specific road, being watched by the cops. They didn't just let the prisoners run free. They had a stronghold on that situation.
Some of them escaped, though.
Oh, please. If you were a prisoner, wouldn't you have?
To where?
Of course.
Yeah. Right.
Anywhere is better than behind bars.
Yeah.
I'll be in Houston in a relief shelter. With a changed name. Everybody's ID is burnt up and flooded at this point.
Yeah. No records.
Jamal Smith. Well, you look like Artie Evans. No, I am Jamal Smith with an F at the end.
Yeah, 2 F's.
Smith. Oh, boy. Shout out to Joanne Henley of Monroe, New Jersey. She donated $750, which is great. So we have like over $12,000 easily. Yeah. Easily. Thank you, everyone. Well, the Desperate Housewives have a soundtrack coming out.
No.
September 20th. September 20th, it's going to be a combination of remakes from old hits and new songs, including a new one from Shania Twain.
Oh, my God.
As well as dialogue from the show. So if you care, September 20th, I don't know the record label. Bad Boy.
No.
Diddy's looking for a hit. Foxy Brown celebrating her 26th birthday. Happy birthday, Foxy. Robin Givens making her Broadway debut. Does anybody care? Is anybody interested? Well, I care. This just in. Robin Givens is getting ready for her Broadway debut as the new Roxy Hart in Chicago. Givens, who appeared in the 80s TV comedy Head of the Class, will join the long-running musical revival in January at the Ambassador Theater. She'll be there through March 26th. The musical will begin its 10th year on Broadway in November. Congratulations.
Yeah, at least it's Broadway.
She can do that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's big. Are you kidding me? You know...
I'm going to go make you a plate.
Huh?
You want me to go make you a plate?
No. I'm trying to rub away all the germs. My lips have bumped into the microphone muff at least 5 times an hour since 2 p.m. And I don't know. You know, I know all of our radio brethren here, Champagne and them, Vaughn Harper, they use the microphone over there. But I know I'm sitting on the guest side of the microphone.
Yeah.
where every Charlie Wilson, Wilson Pickett, everybody's lips have bumped into, and they've been on the road for a long time with them groupies.
Yes.
Look, do you see anything funny on my lip?
No, you're good. You're good. There's something.
Yeah, I don't like that. And this is the germy side of things, the guests.
You need to walk with your own.
I know.
You used to.
I did used to, right, Art? That's how you met me.
It was red.
Yeah. Washing my red microphone muffin every day after the show in Philadelphia. I'd take it off and put it in my bag and take it home.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, Regina, who is like one of my longest running friends, Regina Shell. She and I, we both grew up with only black families. The Scotts, the Robinsons, the Shells, the Williams. The only black families in the Wayside area of Ocean Township when I was growing up. And Regina Shell, one of the four, she was my best friend. And we still are, like, dear friends. After she graduated from Rutgers, she moved out to California where she pursued modeling, and her husband, Nick. So they were back here this weekend because Nick's sister was getting married over in Montclair. So Reg and Nick and their son, Sammy, who's my son, Kevin's aged 5, they met for the first time. Everybody comes over. They're over on Saturday afternoon. Well, I got to tell you something. I was walking around with the Lysol like crazy, mostly because the kids, they're always up to something. And then my parents came in from Martha's Vineyard at the same time. And then my father, because, going to Martha's Vineyard for the summer is like a homemade vacation. Anybody who goes Martha's Vineyard, Sag Harbor, you got the Tide in the back of the car. You got like sheets and towels and all that. And my father says to Nick and Regina and the baby, Sammy, they're on their way to the rehearsal dinner. So they can't get all sweaty or anything. My father says, Nick, can you help out with unloading the car? Well, how can you deny a man of 70-something? Looks great, but still, he wants help. Yes. Hi, Daddy. So Nick helps my father. He comes back in the house. He's a bloody mess. Nick looks like Mike Stivic. Mm-hmm. Regina married a white guy. Nick, fine, okay, but I'm just doing a description. Mm-hmm. Regina's black. Nick is white. Nick comes in. His Michael Stivic hair is like pressed against his face. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Michael Stivic, lumberjack-esque. You know what I mean? So he says, "Can I use the shower?" I'm like, sure.
No, you did.
On the way out of the door, I'm like, are you sure you don't want a blow dryer? How's he going to go to the rehearsal dinner with wet hair? Smelling like a wet dog.
Yeah.
Now, I know what folks say, but I swear to goodness, this came to fruition. I'm looking at him. I'm looking at Reg, right? And I'm like, Reg, he got the wet dog thing. And then Sammy is half, Suki, so, he's blending. Right. But I'm like, Nick, you don't want a round brush and some mousse and a blow dryer? I mean, I got that if, He's like, no, it's okay. I'm going to rehearsal. Okay, look.
Oh, shucks.
No. I'm looking at the clock. I'm seeing it's 15 after. Goose.
Yes. I gotta call somebody who's got some money for you.
Oh. Who's on the telephone?
Wendy.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, my girls told me that you're donating $10,000 on behalf of Razak Hair Products.
Absolutely.
Based out of Newark, New Jersey.
That's us.
Darrin, I'm speechless.
Well, Wendy, this is something, this tragedy hopefully will bring all of us together and help people that really, really need some help.
Yeah.
It's not just, we're going to do, like I said, $10,000, but in products and in cash. We make some of the finest hair products out there.
Oh, Razak, of course.
Absolutely. So we're going to do the hair products as well as other sundry items like toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, all kinds of things.
So let me understand this. In addition to sending product, you're doing $10,000 in cash for the American Red Cross?
Well, the total is going to be a total of $10,000, so we're going to probably divide it in half.
Okay.
Part cash and part product.
$5,000. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. We love you, everybody. This is Darrin Doherty. He is one of the major chieftains. He and his family own the Razak Company. They're based out of Newark, New Jersey. And you make, as you said, some of the finest hair care products around.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Darrin.
Thank you, Wendy.
And tell everybody over there at the factory I said hello.
I certainly will.
And we'll be seeing you later on in the year.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye, Darrin.
Take care. Bye-bye.
The Razak Company has been a longtime supporter of the Wendy Williams experience, from the Dons and Divas extravaganza to just in general. And now this. So thank you so much, Razak. And thank you so much to the Doherty family. Bob Denver Gilligan is dead.
No!
Yes. Well, Bob Denver, who portrayed the goofy first mate Gilligan on Gilligan's Island in the 1960s, made himself an icon to generation after generation, is dead. Well, his agent has confirmed his death as of today. He was 70. Gilligan died on Friday at Wake Forest University Baptist Hospital in North Carolina of complications from treatments that he had been receiving regarding cancer. And he had undergone a quadruple heart bypass earlier this year. He's got a wife named Dreama and children, several children. Patrick, Megan, Emily, and Colin. They were all there during his death. Gilligan's Island, by the way, ran on CBS from 1964 to 1967. And, of course, it is rerunning all over the world to this date, including a reality show, right?
Yep.
Return to Gilligan's Island or something crazy like that? Yep. Bob Denver, the original Gilligan, dead at age 70 as of today. I don't know whether that music makes me want to laugh or cry when I hear it.
Yeah, but when you live to 70, though, that's good, though. 70 is a long time.
Well, not really. Not these days.
That's true.
I mean, you have to put on a few more miles on your Richard.
Yeah.
To understand that 70 really, I mean, these days, like I look at my dad and I say, that's a young man.
That's true.
I don't even know what you consider middle age anymore. I think maybe 65 is middle age. I look at my mom and my dad, like they're at the house today. They were, as I was leaving, they were like, "Good luck on your a-thon." Yeah. And I pull out of the garage and pull past the front door, and they wave me down again. They're like, "What do you need from Costco?" And whatever the hell else.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they're jumping and they're doing stuff.
Do you see the sparkle in that relationship?
I see the spark in. Well. No one wants to think about that.
Okay, that's what I'm getting at.
Please. Please. I think so, though. I don't really much want to dwell on the spark.
Uh-oh.
I know one thing, they're planning on coming back up for Thanksgiving. We're going to Miami for Christmas. And my mother still loves to shop at Marmee Shoes on Madison Avenue. Hey, Marmee. My mom asked me, are we going to get to Marmee Shoes today? I said, Ma, I got a whole 12 hours to do on the radio. I'm not much. Well, what about tomorrow? Hello? Can I sleep late?
Oh.
What about you take Kevin to school and I sleep late?
There you go.
Alas, I can't. We get off the air now. It's at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a 12-hour radiothon. Today was the first day of kindergarten. How'd your kid do? High school, junior high, whatever, college, whatever. How are the kids doing? My kid clung. We both took him. And he clung. He understood what it meant, though. His teacher sent home a worksheet. What did you enjoy about summer? And, what are your happiest times and all that kind of jazz. He had to write it out in, his own handwriting and stuff. And, kindergarten. Yeah. John Travolta is delivering food and vaccines. He and his wife flew their own private plane to deliver 5 tons of food to the victims of Hurricane Katrina and vaccines. They brought along 400 doses of tetanus vaccine. I don't know what that is. Why are they getting that and we don't have it? What is that? Do we need that?
Tetanus shot.
What?
The tetanus shot.
Oh. Oh, okay. I never knew the big name.
Yeah.
Thank you, Efwa. I didn't know what the tetanus shot, tetanus it's called. Oh, wait. Look, Art is studying his buttons like a science project. He's pressing everything wrong.
Is that right?
For Efwa's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Booyaka, booyaka.
Another booyaka.
Where are you from, Efwa?
Ghana.
Ghana. Yeah, you have the right button.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Efwa is one of the many Girl Fridays here today. Everybody's helping out. All hands on deck. Gay Steve, Efwa, Stephanie, Kristen, Bianca, Isha from Tufts, who doesn't yet have a direction, but we're helping her. Crystal's here. Of course, Elisa Payne, who books the show, yes. And Nicole Spence, who's my assistant.
Trev Hollywood's here.
Trev Hollywood.
Goose.
And
the life of the party. And, of course, the one and only Wendy Williams.
All right. And together we make up the troop. We're riding out until 2 a.m. And the later it gets, the more off color it gets.
Ooh.
Ah, Shaylin's here. All right. Shaylin, you took out your finishing tracks?
No, I still have them in.
They look so natural. So natural.
Yeah.
Can you find out when the UPN 9 news is coming? Because that's when I'll know when to open up the Hennessy.
Okay.
All right. No Hennessy until after the news. All right. Huh?
Nothing.
All right. Everybody calm down.
I'm calm.
If you log on to www.gaycenter.org.
How are you doing?
You can donate to the Katrina disaster relief. Log on, Art, see what's there. Gaycenter.org.
Okay.
By the way, shout out to the whole Rainbow Coalition. I'm going to be part of the Gay Men's Health Crisis Dance-a-thon this year. Now, you are nobody to the children if you don't ride a float in the parade or participate in the dance-a-thon. Now, I remember back in the day, Madonna. This is back when she was doing Holiday Celebration and like that. And Jennifer Lopez, everybody. I'm doing it this year. And Miss Artie?
Yes.
I want you to be there with me.
Can I dance?
It's going to be me, you, Nicole,
yes,
and my hairstylist, makeup artist, Steve.
Well, he got to be there.
And I want us to be over the top.
Yes. Can Steve from the show come too?
Gay Steve, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes. Right. Absolutely. It's December. This is Saturday, either the 6th or the 8th, something like that. We'll let you know, as it comes, and then we'll let you know what time we're going to be there and whatnot. But right now, it's about donating whatever you can spare. Hate to be snobby, but I'm saying $5 or more. Because I'm thinking, why pull out your credit card or your checkbook if you're not going to do $5 or more? Okay. You're making your money out to the American Red Cross, but in your memo, put the Wendy Williams experience. Just because I want to find out how much this show raises. How much power we have The Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon is on to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. The first 4 hours were a little heavier. Sorry if you're just turning on your radio and you're like, huh, what? It's because we've been it up for the past 4 hours. We got 7 hours and change to go. So, Oh, here's a note. UPN was supposed to be here already. Nicole will call you when she gets the ETA. Okay, no, that's okay. Because look, you hold on to this.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then right after they walk out the door,
it's on.
I think our news coverage will be done.
There you go.
And we can get out of order. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to be taking phone calls pertaining to Toe Talk and whatnot tonight because all the phone lines are being clogged up with people calling to pledge. And I appreciate that, so we're going to keep that going. The only way to speak to us at this particular point outside of pledging is through the website. Star, can you make sure the website is full of paper?
Sure.
866-GET-WENDY for the telephone number, but for the fax, it's 866-WENDY-FAX, 866-WENDY-FAX. Oh, I have the results to Friday's Wendy Williams Experience poll question. Are you satisfied with your life? Are you satisfied with your life? Are you ready for the results? Are you ready for the results? 75% of you say no.
Oh!
Exactly!
What?
Well, I got to tell you something. When I think about being satisfied with life, I think about out of a scale of 1 to 10, satisfied is a 5. Yeah. A 5.
Yeah.
A damn 5.
It's just content.
Satisfied, content.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
A 5. Yep. 75% of this audience says no.
That's existing, not living. That's just being there.
I don't once this thon is done, I want to revisit this.
Yeah.
Cuz I got to find out maybe that we're exaggerating. Okay. 6 people in the room. Who's satisfied with their life? Raise their hand. 3 are and 3 aren't. All right, those are the ones with the guns.
Oh,
those are the ones. Those are the ones that take themselves out and us too.
Yes.
Crystal, what's wrong?
I'm tired. I was on the phone.
Nobody hears you.
Step up.
I'm coming. I'm tired. I was on the phone from 2 o'clock taking phone calls.
No, why are you so satisfied with your life?
Oh, well, I'm not.
Yes, with your life.
Because I'm not to where I want to be yet. I'm not content. I'm almost done school, but I'm not done. I want to move out. So there's things that I'm not satisfied with.
How much weight are you trying to lose?
Oh, you played me, Artie. I can't believe you.
So easy. I'm sorry.
Afua, what is the matter with your life?
She wants a tan.
Same thing like Crystal.
What did you say?
She wants a tan. Let's talk about
chocolate is beautiful, everybody.
I believe that. Yes.
Go ahead,
I'm a student. I haven't reached my goals yet, so I'm still waiting for that big break.
Yeah, but satisfied? Are you satisfied thus far?
No, not with school. Not with school. Not till school's over. I'll be satisfied when school's over.
Star, what the hell is your problem?
Oh boy!
You come in here every day with a smile on your face like you just been
slayed.
Well, basically, mine just goes back to being in love, and I'm just not satisfied until I find a man to love.
Okay.
To be honest,
Okay. I appreciate your honesty, girls.
Yes.
So there you have it. Yeah. There's 6 people in the room. Me, Hollywood, and Artie seem to be fine. And then we got 3 miserable bitches.
Yeah, we get paychecks.
Not enough. You want to hear my story? Well, there's always a story to be told. As a black woman in America in the system, believe me when I tell you, all that looks green on this side is not.
Yes.
Because in the words of M.O.P., every day is a hustle.
Yes.
Try to survive and struggle.
Yes.
Ins and outs, ups and downs. Mommy! It's like, whoa.
There you go.
All right? Come on.
Turn up a little bit.
Come on. I'll do the beats on my head. Come on. Ouch. All right.
What are you doing?
Every day is a hustle. Trying to survive and struggle. Ins and outs, ups and downs.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like, whoa. But damn, being satisfied with your life is only 5 out of 10. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? On a scale of 1 to 10, that's only a 5. Come on. It's like, whoa. You could be down in New Orleans. Come on now. We're collecting money. We're collecting money for the American Red Cross. Those are our brothers and our sisters and our fam. Oh, snap. The food is here. Zoe, where'd you get that food?
Did you eat, Miss Wendy?
No, I haven't.
Me either.
Oh, my God. I just barely got this.
It's all gone? Who housed the food? Vinnie Brown?
I didn't say that, Miss Wendy. Ours was the first.
Look. What is that, Ruth Chris? I mean, Amy Ruth's?
Yes.
I don't even know.
Yeah, Carl Redding and Amy Ruth's.
What?
Oh, we love him.
Yeah, Carl Redding and Amy
They have
Ruth's.
an Amy Ruth's up in the tell me where they gamble.
Oh, yeah, Foxwoods.
Foxwoods.
Yeah, she said it's good charades.
All right, look. Oh, it's all going down from here. Yeah. But we're still doing the work of the good people.
Yes, we are.
We still got telephone calls. Alisa,
yes.
Where is Busy Bones? I'm in my zone now.
7 p.m.
Oh, he's crazy.
On the dot.
He's got a lot to say, Busy Bones. In the meantime, we need to go into a break, continue the phone calls. Is Champagne still here getting the phones?
Yeah, she ain't got nothing else to do.
Champagne is fabulous. She is here answering phones. The Girl Fridays are here getting the phones. It's 866-GET-WENDY. If you need that spelled out for you, because you can leave the Y off for or just call 866-438-9363. All of your money that you donate is going directly to the American Red Cross. Seriously. $500 or more, you get a Wendy Williams limited edition bobblehead doll. $300 or more, $300 up to $500, and you will get a pair of passes for the Wendy Williams comedy experience for you and your friend. And anything other than that, you will get a pass from I guess. I don't know. All I know is that it seems wrong to be sitting on the sidelines doing absolutely nothing. So this is our way of helping out. It's the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina right here on your radio station, 107.5 WBLS.
You're listening to a special Wendy Williams Experience Radiothon for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866-438-9363. Pledge what you can. We'll pay for the call.
Yo, did you catch this flashback?
Today's People Poll question is, do you attend church regularly? Regularly, in my opinion, is 3 times a month. Do you attend church regularly? Not once a year or whatever. Now, there are 5 people in the room. Who in this room attends church regularly? Oh, ain't no good gonna come to us. Nobody in the room. Who attends church once a month? Who attends church once a quarter? Who attends church on Easter Sunday? 1 person. Who attends church on New Year's Eve? Nobody. I love the nightlife. It's a shame. Who attends church when somebody dies?
I do.
What about when somebody gets married?
Oh, yeah. Well, to get free dinners in the basement. I'm there all the time. Fried chicken and greens and macaroni and cheese, please. Church got the best dinners, $5 a plate. I like that lemonade too to go with it. Make you figure looking good. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. He's a jealous God. Hallelujah. I don't know about y'all. I'm ready to have church again. I'm ready to have church again.
I'm stepping out of this one.
You calling you in the blood of Jesus. You in the blood of Jesus.
I want you on the equipment short out.
We're going to get shocked by it. I'm not touching another thing in here. I'm keeping my rubber soles on the floor. Now watch my car be the one to careen off the west side damn highway.
This it right here. Miss a day, miss a whole lot. Coming through your speakers, boy. It's Wendy, man.
Thank you, Experience, everybody. We've raised $28,286 and we're going strong. Yeah, man. We've only been on since 2 p.m. Shout out to all the Wendy Williams Experience affiliate radio stations. Did you hear what we said? We've raised $28,286 for the American Red Cross. This is, everybody, the Wendy Williams Experience Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. And I would like to bring in the gentleman named Keith Lowry. He and his wife have a home in the Bronx. Hello, sir.
Hello, Wendy.
Now, we met for the... Have a seat. We met for the first time the other day. I invited you up to the show and to talk about what you wanted to do. I found it utterly amazing. Where I met Keith was actually in the Bronx. You know, I've been sitting in for Jody Applegate for the past week, and Jody's back now, so that's done. But the point is that we were at the Pelham Diner on Friday.
Yes.
In the Bronx, and you came and you said you wanted to donate your house.
Yes.
And I was awestruck. So I invited you here. Talk about it. Do you have family in the New Orleans area?
No, I don't.
So this is just you and your wife with a big heart.
I guess so. We know the suffering there. We can see it. And if someone helps and other people start doing the same thing, the problem can be alleviated very quickly.
Yeah.
There are thousands and thousands of people stranded.
Yeah.
They have nothing. We have something. We have a home. And we can share. I have 3 children, and 2 of my daughter's friends are staying with us now. But we have enough that we can share.
Yeah.
And
so, are you obviously you're West Indian?
Yes, from Barbados.
Oh, my Bajan brother.
Yes.
All right. We were repping hard on the Parkway.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yes.
So, you have enough room in your home to accept a family.
Yes.
Or a smattering amount of people.
Right.
We're going to put you in touch, by the way, in the back. You know, Elisa will get you in touch and exchange information and so on and so forth. That is huge. That is huge.
Yeah, I think that New York City as a whole can offer so much. New York City can accept over 10,000 people from New Orleans, and it wouldn't hurt anybody in New York. Nobody in New York will suffer because of it. All someone has to do is make the offer. The planes can bring them to New York. We meet them at the airport, bring them to our homes. If the clothing, you get the clothing, share the food.
Right.
Share whatever you have.
Share your wife?
No.
Okay. just checking.
That's a no-no. But we will share her kindness.
Yes, I understand. Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Well, Keith Lowry, I think that this is terrific. And what a gesture. And you know no one in New Orleans. This is just the kindness of your heart.
Yes.
This is fantastic. Okay, so Keith, the girls in the office are going to take down your information.
Okay.
Put you in touch with whatever services, because as you know, we're doing the relief radiothon right now for the American Red Cross. So we're accepting cash.
Yes, I understand.
But there have been people that have been calling behind the scenes regarding, you're actually, I think, the second person that's called with home to share. And there have been a smattering of people calling with large amounts of clothing to share. So, we're in the business for all of that. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
And you're doing a great job.
Thank you, sir.
And I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Ralph Wilburn listens to your show all the time.
Thank you. Go ahead and shout out to everybody. Go
he
ahead.
He loves you.
Your daughters?
Kimisa, my son Shane, my other daughter Kira.
Mm-hmm.
We have Sarah, we have Stephanie, and then another Stephanie who's a Delta daughter also.
Sounds like you got a full house.
Yeah, but
where are you going to fit these people?
We can share.
Okay, I got you. Well, that's what It's odd what tragedy does. Yes. Is it bonds people and makes people open their hearts regardless of whatever they're lacking in their own personal lives. It just seems as though if you're not in New Orleans, then you're wealthy emotionally and spiritually. Yes. You're wealthy. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right, Crystal. Take Mr. Keith to the back and make sure that they get all of his information pertaining to his house, okay? All right, Keith.
Okay, thank you.
Free love. Oh. All right.
Rasta, I will say peace and love.
Yes, peace and love.
Yes.
All right. Take care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's looking for his second wife. I'm just playing. You know what? That's Keith Lowry, everybody, and he's offering his home to the homeless in New Orleans. And we just got actually in the 2:00 hour today, we got a telephone call from Philadelphia. A woman who owns several properties in the Philadelphia area who wants to share the same thing. But you know what? I got this from Philadelphia, too. It says, okay, Wendy, first of all, this is a serious advice question. Please don't laugh. Wait, no, this is not it. Doggone it. Oh, here it is. Dear Wendy, I'm pissed with the splaboos in Philly who are protesting John Street, FYI, that's the mayor, for allowing some of the hurricane victims to stay at a school. They are upset because there have been talks that the victims will receive emergency housing vouchers. They are protesting in front of the school where the victims will be dropped off, complaining that they have been on the list for 7 years. Is this how the schools are in Philly? I'm not exactly familiar. I was living in Jersey and didn't have a child at the time to be familiar with the school system. Yeah. So you can be on the list for 7 years?
Yes.
Well, people from the hurricane are apparently coming in and bumping people off the list. So then there's a little problem here. And it goes on to say, if you're behind, has been on the list for housing for 7 years and you don't get the hell up and get it together and get your own place, then you need to be homeless. These people lost everything and you all are worried about somebody taking your place for Section 8 voucher so you can get your nails and hair done instead of paying your rent anyway. Priorities in this country are all messed up. Well, so people are apparently... Have you heard anything from your mother?
No, I haven't. No, not supposed to that.
You're out of touch, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. And so was she, because she's up here a lot, so...
The hurricane is everywhere.
Yeah, you're right.
So you and your mother just...
Yeah, we watch MTV. And the guy in light. How you doing? Hey, Susan Lucci.
Is that what you did yesterday for your day off?
Yeah,
I watched The Guiding Light with your mother.
And the Shawshank Redemption.
We're so gay.
Thank you.
We gotta go on a break.
We're so gay. Shut up, Trevor. For the first time, I don't mind. Guess why? Because we're here for over 6 more hours. Yeah. So I gladly take a break. We'll be back on the other side. It's the Wendy Williams Experience, everybody. It's the Disaster Relief Radiothon to benefit the victims of Hurricane Katrina. You might hear the silly on the radio, but it's going to be infused with some very important telephone calls. And most importantly, we are here past 7 o'clock because we are trying to raise money for these hurricane victims. Please believe and recognize that every dollar that you pledge at 866-GET-WENDY, leave the Y off for yai. Yeah, but it's 5 hours and I can't get it up the same way. Will benefit the American Red Cross, and they will be sure that your money gets to where it needs to be. All right. So keep it where you got it, and we'll be back with more of the Wendy Williams Experience and the Athon next on 107.5 WBLS.
These are like our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We say that, as black people, but it's really true. When you look at everybody that's out there, they look like one of your family members, and they truly are. And,
exactly.
and it's devastating and it's sad, but we got to do what we can to turn it around.
Call 1-866-GET-WENDY. That's 1-866